Good evening and welcome, PLW Nation. It is Wednesday night and we got a good one in store for you. It is a bunch of birds of prey going at each other. We got the 15 and 24 Warbirds going against the 17 and 22 Night Owls. The Warbirds, they're ascending after a sweep of the ones. They looked unstoppable. If they could keep that energy up and the bats grooving, I wouldn't be surprised to see them win a series here. The Night Owls, they're just kind of lingering around that playoff spot, that 6th, 7th area, waiting to get their talons on any team that's currently in a playoff position to slip up, grab them, and put them down in the 6th or 7th spot. We're here, Hideaway Field, beautiful yet windy, Las Vegas, Nevada. Look at that field looking beautiful. I'm Trent Pacone with my skipper, Brad Ogden. Brad, what do you think about this matchup tonight?
Well, the Warbirds, we kind of had the Warbirds early in the season. They had a little swagger, and it looks like they got it back last week. Can they keep that momentum going? And then with the Night Owls, Dalbey's in town. That means they're a legitimate playoff contending team. They got a revamped lineup. Levi Lawrence off the free agent wire has been a pleasant addition to the Night Owls. It's actually helping the team. And, I like where these both teams are. But like you said, they're both on the outside looking in. But a sweep here would be huge for either team. But winning the series is the first step because these teams return the favor next week.
Yeah, and the reason why it's such a big deal tonight, especially, I believe, even more so than the Owls, because the Ones play the Cajuns later this week. And if the Ones do what they do and the Cajuns slip up, the Owls are going to kind of jump into that mix once again. The Cajuns kind of on a little slide. Let's talk about Randy Dalbey on the mound right now. He's kind of been the one-man show for the Night Owls. No Stein tonight. I'm looking for him, especially in these winds, as we've had for weeks now. Just a windy, blustery, tornado-y, hurricane-y temperatures and feel out here. He's liable to go yard a few times tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm not questioning his offense. He's going to have the offense. Look for him to have a big night tonight with the wind blowing out, but they need him to pitch innings. He can't walk out in the first 3 or 4 innings. He has to pitch all 9, and he's got to be effective in those 9.
Yeah, huge trade earlier this week in a move. Kyle Lohman comes over from the Lightning for some Skittles and a pack of Big League Chew. And that's a big arm for them. He's been pitching really, really well when he was on the Lightning, has good defense. And, of course, he's got a lively bat, kind of been dying down the last couple weeks. But prior to that, 2 or 3 weeks in a row, he was popping some home runs off and also a lot of walks as well.
Yeah, so he's an on-base machine. They put him right in third in the lineup, so it's going to be a good spot for him. And, I mean, the Night Owls are formidable. You can't roll over on this team.
I want to talk about the Warbirds for a second. As you know, last week, Jim Dodos was not here. The Warbirds sweep the Ones. They were playing for their boy, Jim Dodos, who's leading the league, I believe, in on-base percentage and OPS and possibly average, all the big ones. He's right up there with the big boys. But he's in the lineup tonight. Do you expect big things from him?
Yeah, he's arguably an MVP candidate. Him and Ryan Chen are kind of battling neck and neck on the offensive side. And he brings a left-handed bat. This is a left-handed favored home run hitting field with the wind blowing out to right. And if Player of the Week, Buck Burner, does anything what he did last week, Warbirds are going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, Buck Burner put up a historical night, tying the record that Chen had with 7 home runs in a 3-game series. And then Chen comes right back and ties his own record a few days later and hits 7 more. Those guys were going off. But we're just a couple minutes away. We're going to talk to the umpires right now. As you know, our stream team is lively. Brad, why don't you go over that Warbirds lineup?
All right, we start leading off Buck Burner playing second base, Player of the Week last week. The aforementioned Jim Dodos. Brandon Mayo, a big underrated bat in the 3-hole in pitching. The rookie James Perez, DHing. The All-American Matt Patricus at short, batting 5th. And Tyler Walensky, bring up the back of that order, ready to rock and roll from the 6-hole.
Yeah, just one more time, TikTok, if you want to see the score and all the graphics and everything going on, hop on over to twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Let's play ball. Play ball. I like when Greg does it. Here we go. First pitch from Randy. And it's all about who's going to be able to control their pitches in the wind tonight. As Buck takes a big hack. It's going to be 0-2. And why is it 0-2? Right off with 1 strike, Brad.
We start 0-1 here in the PLW. Just kind of promotes offense and gets guys swinging the bat.
comes in a little hot at 58. The winds, they've been how they are the last couple weeks. It is blowing out, no doubt. So a decent fly ball, it's going to carry. Good eye by Buck right there.
I think that was more of a please be 56 look than a good eye.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch coming. And that's a good take by Buck. Early in his career, he's swinging at that. He's really, really tightened up his strike zone. And he goes left side right to Dakota. Starts off where he left off last week.
Yeah, so he waits for his pitch. He's not swinging. Like you said, he's not over-swinging like he was before early in the season and seeing the ball better. He's a leadoff hitter. Take pitches, see pitches, get Dodos with somebody on base.
Yeah, Jim Dodos up to bat right now. A very fierce competitor and one of the fan favorites here at Hideaway Field. He takes 56 and high and swings at that for an 0-2 count.
And that's been Dalbey's biggest setback is he normally plays unlimited speed, so having to slow his arsenal down a little bit might take him a couple innings to find it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you got that muscle memory. As Dodos takes a hack, and he's going to go down on strikes. One out here as Brandon Mayo, who, let me tell you, celebrated big time for Cinco de Brandon Mayo, put up big numbers and pitched a doozy watching his Warbirds do work against the ones. Sometimes it takes you a minute, like for Jim Dodos. You haven't swung a wiffle ball bat in a couple weeks. You got to get warmed up and a feel for the ball coming in. Good pitch by Dalbey right there. Outside pan's going to bring the count to 1-2. And that one hits bottom pan at 56. Why is that not a strike, Brad?
We're a 55 and under league for a taken strike. It hits the pan or the pipe at 55 or under.
And there's Randy keying up his second one of the inning. As we have a lot of regulars in the chat tonight. Don't forget to get your wiffle ball points in, as that's going to close any minute. And James Perez takes a swing, and he had a big series, kind of a coming out series for him deep in the season, and that's what Chris War Chicken's been looking for all year.
Yeah, he was a highly sought-after draft pick. I know the Legends, we were looking at him at the 5 pick. Chris got him at the 4 pick. And he's turned it on. He's figured out, good baseball player, so just figuring out the difference between football and baseball.
Yeah, I think he's found a nice home here as Randy strikes out the side. He's on fire early as the Night Owls are going to be up to bat. Look at Dakota over there. It looks like he's about to go snowboarding with this wind chill coming in. He must have been born and raised here, huh?
Yeah, it's probably 55 degrees today, so it's not too ridiculous.
Oh, come on.
It's not that. It's a little colder than normal. I want to say it's going to be in the 50s by the end of the game for sure. It's probably in the low 60s right now.
Yeah, I think the low is supposed to be in the low 50s or whatnot. So surprising weather here in Las Vegas as the polar ice caps continue to melt. That's Brandon Mayo. He's warming up. Feeling good today, man.
Yeah, I mean it's Wednesday whiffs. It's middle of the week, hump day. On the downside now.
Yeah, I really like that we had that makeup day on Saturday because it was like one day off and then right back to Wiffle on Monday because we play Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 6:05 first pitch every night of the week for the next 5 weeks, and then the playoffs start.
Oh, man, it is really getting tight, and that's why each one of these teams know they cannot falter. They're going to have to play perfect wiffle ball to get into those playoffs.
If you get swept now, minus a couple of teams, you hurt your chances significantly because somebody just gained 3 games on you, and a lot of these teams are really close. 3 games either way is going to put somebody one step closer to the playoffs. I really only think we have 2 locked-in playoff teams right now, and they're not even locked in yet, but essentially they're locked in. I don't think they're going to falter 12 games down the stretch.
As Randy Dalbey coming up as 210,000 wiffle ball points come on the Warbirds, plus 1.5. 125,000 on the Night Owls. Randy has such a big strike zone, man, as he takes 56 hot in the pan.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's as tall as Ryan Chen. He stands upright, though. Chen's more crouched down, but these guys are so big and so long, they cover everything.
And that one comes in 54. Great addition for the Warbirds. Brandon Mayo on the bump. Good 12-6 by Brandon there is going to K up.
Yeah, the only member of the 500 strikeout club, the only pitcher in PLW history with 500 strikeouts during seasonal games.
That's insane.
Well, I think I'd given him 15 of them because I think he struck me out 15 times in one weekend.
He's got me a couple times. I actually don't mind facing him. As Levi Lawrence is looking at a ball in the pan, 56. I expect this game, a couple, 2-3 innings of, low scoring, not too many hits. But after that, you see the pitcher a couple rounds there, you're going to start getting that bat on that ball.
Well, and you've also got shadows here. We got some really bad shadows coming from the background, so it's kind of hard to see a pitcher, at least for the first inning and a half, just because it comes from sun to light. So it's tough to see that ball, especially in 40 feet.
And Levi goes down, virtue of the strikeout, as brand new Night Owl Kyle Lohman steps into the box. What do you think about those new colors on him? I think he's looking pretty spiffy.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it was a fire sale last week when our umpire number 2, Cody Runners, got traded. We immediately made an offer. We didn't get any response, but I think we only offered up half a bag of Skittles.
They needed to be pistachios,
yeah,
I think.
Something. Sparkles in his pistachios.
And here's Lohman looking at a 1-2 count. Nasty, but comes in at 58. A little bit hot. And he's really working that 12-6. Did he strike out the side?
Yeah, so we've had one ball put in play, and it was a hit.
Has that ever happened, 2 strikeouts?
Oh, yeah.
Probably a bunch, right?
Yeah, we've seen it a bunch. I know when Chenner was on, when we played the ones at one point, I think he struck out 6 in a row, or somebody struck out 6 in a row, and Stevenson did the same thing and struck out 5 out of 6. So it was definitely a...
I think I give up 5 out of 6 hits.
League's getting good, man. League's getting good.
Yeah, we're going to go into the top of the second, brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. You can connect with Leilani on Instagram on that little photo. Click that. Buy yourself a home. She'll show it to you. She'll get you some cupcakes as well. She's a real sweetheart. That's the owner's lady of the Night Owls.
Absolutely.
And Patricus
crushes one
with
deep
the
to the
chunt.
Pitcher goes hard your way.
Oh, man. The check swing bunt. I call it the chunt.
It's something bad.
As Tyler Walensky, this guy's a top-rated flag football player in Las Vegas. He has got some wheels on him, man. Challenge anybody on a 40-yard dash against this dude. Looking a little bit more clean cut tonight.
Yeah, I talked to him.
Goes left side.
Said I didn't recognize
Marcel
him.
bounces to himself, makes a throw, and there's the Italian-Canadian Frenchman making the good play right there. And that was a lot of velo on that.
Yeah, always been an elite defender. Bats have struggled a little bit in the second season for him, but hopefully he's got a new home here with the Night Owls. Buck Burner led the game off with a single. Right back up. 6-man lineup turns over really quick.
Goes for an outside pitch right there. Fouls it off. And TikTok, if you're wondering any questions, just come on over to Twitch And in the chat, you could see all the rules, all the stats, how we play, graphics, everything that you need as a fan, we have on Twitch. TikTok's just a little appetizer to the full production over on Twitch as Buck's looking at a 1-2 count. Goes after the high stuff, and you don't want to see that, and Randy is dealing right now. And remember, he's having a little bit of an off year pitching-wise, but at any moment, he could throw a 1-2 hitter, no runs.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're talking, nationwide, Randy Dalbey is one of the best wiffle ball players in the country. He comes here, plays, his 20, 24 games. He struggled a little bit this season, only hit about 266, but when he's here, he's been fantastic. He gives him a chance to win. We saw him play the Lightning and basically win a series by himself with a solo home run, pitching a shutout, getting 2-run homer to win the game. Literally can win it by himself.
Yeah, no doubt. A lot of viewers piling on over from TikTok. They know what to do. Those are smart people, as if you could watch the best production, why wouldn't you? And just our instant replay with the graphics and the score and what game it is, who's on base, all that stuff. And of course, you're hanging out with some legends up here tonight.
Right, literally. We got legends downstairs. We got the 3-home run night from CK44 down in the dungeon tonight.
Man, he was all about dingers. As here's Sean Merciel. Sean, one of the better defenders in the league. A little off with the bat this year, but again, he could explode at any moment. As he takes 56 on the outside for 2-1, and Mayo cannot believe it, as you're looking at KJ LaCroix on the left side. Oh, no. The dreaded
dribbler.
Right back to Brandon. As Logan Christie, an acquisition the Night Owls picked up just weeks ago, and also the manager now of the Night Owls, deemed that by Nick DeVella.
Former Warbird, him and Merciel, Warbirds.
Yeah, they came over on a big Warbird trade.
They got Brandon Mayo. So, literally, you're seeing bird-on-bird crime here.
Last night, a lot of explosive hits and a lot of runs scored. So far, these two teams just feeling each other out. Of course, they're going against some of the best pitching in the league. Yeah, we need the dreaded dribbler emoji.
That'd just be Chad falling down.
Cal827, welcome to the chat. You're part of PLW Nation now. You are locked in. I hope you enjoy the show. Good pitch by Mayo, outside pan at 54. And these guys are just, it's like they got their own lawn services because they're just mowing these people down.
Yeah, it's not an offensive sight, but pitchers are going to take advantage while they got that bad lighting.
Here's Dakota. He's ready to go on a sub-zero hike, I guess. He doesn't like the 60-degree weather as he's looking very frail out there.
And he can hear us, so he's laughing at us.
Takes off the glasses. You could barely see his face. See if Brandon could get him on a 1-2 count. I think something low and outside coming. But he goes in, curve. Rogue Bison. 11 early trench comments as we're looking at an even count 2-2. And Dakota goes right to Patricus. Should be an easy play. And it is. And these two teams are just, this is a quick game as we're going in the top of the third. Donuts all over the place. Nobody really on base other than Buck Burner in that first inning. Other than that, no action.
These guys are playing like they're double parked outside. Like they're trying to get out of here in a hurry.
Oh, man.
They're swinging. They're swinging at everything. We've had 4 strikeouts on either side. Struck out the side, and the only ball that's left the infield was the Buck Burner single.
Yeah, Buck MVP so far. And there's Levi Lawrence. He was just doing some kind of sleepy time emoji.
Oh, yeah, because he's definitely out there pandering to the crowd. I think the wife is here.
Yeah, and he's dropped a couple pounds. Him, Tannick, Walker, Sansone has dropped a couple.
And I found them all. I know where they're at. I got them.
Real quick, I don't like to harp on our own type of games, but did everybody see Sansone clear that wall last night? He just got a hip surgery like 2 months ago.
I know.
Or 3 months ago.
He'll be in the chat in a second. I wonder how he's feeling day 2.
Man, he fell over. He almost caught that too. As Jim Dodos up to bat, he had a strikeout his last at bat. Swinging again, couldn't catch up to that 57-mile-an-hour one. Hollywood saying it's going to be 100 degrees this weekend. It's going to drop from 70, elevate to 100. Dodos, Sean, backtracking, easy play for him, as that's going to be out number 1.
His side's a little bruised. The Stanson is in the Nick Sansone in the chat.
Well, he's like the Wolverine. You know, he had that new plate in his hip.
Little adamantium, little titanium hip.
Miles going down 0-2, now 1-2. $350 viewers here on Twitch early. This is only game number 1 as Mayo goes right to Sean. Trade for trade right there. And that trade works out for the Night Owls as James Perez just looks like a baller, looks like a stud out there. I saw him in tryouts, and I knew he was going to be something. I even talked to my skipper at the time, Adam Tannick, and said, watch out. I think at the time he was wearing number 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, watch out for this kid. He's going to develop into a player. And we're watching before our eyes him, real good rookie. But takes double nickels for a 1-2 count. Dalby's 7'6"?
I think he's 6'6".
6'6". On the mound, though, he looks tall.
Yeah, well, him and Chen both, they release the ball so close because they take such big strides. And Chen's stride's even bigger than Dalby, so.
Yeah, Tannick's 6'5", and he's saying, yeah, I think I got to look up to Dalby when I walk by him. As Perez goes to the right side, Lohman one-hands it and goes straight after that PLW emblem. Good play for Lohman as that trade immediately works out. Defense looking good for the Night Owls.
Yeah, been a defensive game, 2 really good plays there.
Yeah, nothing hard hit yet. As we've mentioned before, these are 2 of the best pitchers in PLW. And a lot of people watch and they're like, hey, I could get up there. But you got to remember, our mound is only, 43?
43 feet from the rubber to the pan. And the pan is actually about 2 feet behind where the batters stand. So it's about 41.5 feet.
So if I was in the box and somebody throws 55, what would that translate to? What does it feel like?
Timing-wise, it's 85 miles an hour MLB from a 60-foot mound. 60-foot, 6-inch mound, it's about 85 miles an hour. So when you see some of these guys crank it up to 60, 65, you're looking at, 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, lightning quick bat speed you have to have. Turtle Power saying Lohman's found a nice home in Night Owl land, feeling nice and snuggy. As Randy once again, and don't expect Randy to strike out here. I expect bat on ball at a high velocity. And you could see Brandon trying to keep it down and away from him as he doesn't want to get into his wheelhouse. As Bruce the Juice Yuson is in the chat right now. Oh,
53 bottom pan. What's that? We call it wiffle roulette when you're getting all the bad pitches.
Oh, man, disgusting. He might sit down. No, he takes 56. He might have just got lucky right there, but it's going to bring the count 2-2. Goes left side. Should be an easy play for KJ. If he makes a throw, and he does.
Flirting with that. Flirting.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it over the backstop. That's going to cost you an extra bag. As Levi Lawrence picked off waivers just a few weeks ago, and he's been looking really good. Good take by Levi right there. 56 comes in hot for ball number 1. J Seb, I see you over there. I'm going to have a little chat with you. if this is your favorite game to watch on TikTok, then you have to get over to Twitch because we put on a special broadcast for you guys. Levi gets fooled right there, but it also comes in at 56. Reason being is you guys are only looking at one camera angle. You get to see Levi in multiple camera angles while he's up to bat. And, of course, you get to see that center field cam, so you can see how much these pitches are moving just like that. At a 12-6, comes in at 52, bottom bar, Brad.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the chat say, 83 to 85 is BP. Yeah, but the balls in baseball don't break 4 feet.
Yeah, that's true. Big walk right there.
Yep. And the ball's the same dimension as a baseball, but the bat is half the dimensions. So you're hitting with a broomstick, trying to hit a ball at 85 miles an hour that can break 4 feet. A lot of talent out here. Don't sell them short. A lot of these guys played professional ball at some level.
Yeah, the college independent ball. We have 2 major leaguers. As Kyle goes left side, this could be a double play. If Buck makes it to the center pan, and he does in under 5 seconds, and they get out of that inning, and that's the worst of the worst double play for anybody that hits into those.
Yeah, what a great play. Good fielding by KJ on a hard hit ball. We kind of call it the hockey goalie. Everybody gets down, following the trench cone model. Keep that ball in front, make sure you get the one out, and a good throw by Buck Burner hits the center panel.
Good play. Love to see that out of your defense as a pitcher, as these guys are just going toe-to-toe, mano-to-mano, man-to-man. Randy versus Brandon.
Yeah. We're in the top of the 4th already, Trench. We're moving right along. Like I said, these guys are playing like they're double parked.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got both their aces on the mound right now. And like we were talking about, any time, 1 run might do this for each of these teams.
Yeah. Get 1 ball in the air, it could be 1-0.
Ball in the turf. Count's going to be 1-1.
All-American Matty Petricus having a down season, was an all-star first two seasons.
Yeah, it's hard to be an all-star every single year as the competition and the talent level increases each and every season that we are in, as we're in season number 4. And Matty says, what am I swinging at? High and outside. Another strike for Randy. As Tyler Walensky, he's probably topping out at 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, just one of the more athletic guys in the league. Covers a lot of ground, sure-handed, gets really streaky with the plate.
We haven't seen Randy deal too much this season, but this is a gem that he is producing right now. And the Heroic Bison says, I salute the All-American. Me too. 59 on the outside. It's going to bring the count 2-2. Instead, goes down on a nasty curve, outside pan, and Randy is in the zone. Know what it's going to be, Brad? It's going to be a defensive mistake that's going to wake up the wiffle ball gods, and you know how that works.
Yeah, a drop ball, a boot, a throwaway, anything that gets an extra out. It's not like 9 innings where you get 7, 8, 9 little worse hitters. Here, your top 6 are usually your best hitters, and the lineup rolls over too quick.
Good take by Buck Burner right there. He took a little heat last night on a umpiring call. We'll go into that a little bit later as Randy goes top pipe, but that's going to be 56 and 3-1 count. It's going to have to be perfect for old Buckaroo to take a swing. And it was right in his wheelhouse at 50. It's going to fill up the count. Easy play for Sean Merciel. Throws it to the backstop in time. And nothing brewing for either of these teams right now.
Yeah, it's pitcher's duel. No balls in the air, really, except for that little pop-up to Loman. Everything else has been on the ground. No balls in the outfield other than the Buck Burner hit. Literally, every ball's been in the infield. Nothing past the line in the air.
Yeah, I think it's because both these pitchers are kind of drop ball pitchers. It looks like it's going to hit the pin, and then that last 2.5 feet, it drops, hits that home plate, which is what, a good 1.5 feet, 2 feet in front of the pan.
Yep.
And they're swinging, and they're going to swing towards something low. If there's anybody that can hit that, it's Bruce the Juice Uson. He'll swing in deep down in there, or even Gio will go after a pitching wedge.
Yeah. Oh, Gio down and in is like he hits the ball to the flipping over the Garden of Serenity. Like that was the scouting report last night. Don't throw it to Gio low and in. And Casey threw one low and in and missed, and Gio did not miss it.
Yeah, I gave a couple decent pitches to him, but once I got down in the count, it was kind of like a half-hearted. I'm going to walk you here a little bit as Sean Merciel up to bat right now. Watch for something to the right side for Sean. Man, that ball's looking hot.
Yep, and he just kind of snaps his wrist.
Count.
Yeah, Philly, they got 5 seconds.
And he goes through the right side, as Trench predicts. And that's going to be a single to start up something. It looks like Alonso Valencia, the best name in PLW. It just sounds sexy. Looks like he did a little beard trimming as well, as he knows that it's going to be 100 degrees this weekend.
Don't sleep on Alonso.
Yeah, we know what he wants.
You get him a pitch up, he's going to hit it out.
Came real close last week. It's kind of situational scenario sometimes getting guys in to hit.
Well, now you're at the point of the season where you've got to make sure that guys are eligible to play. You don't want to make the playoffs and only have 6 eligible bats and somebody not be here. You've got to have at least 8 or 9 eligible guys just to make sure you have a lineup.
How many? Oh, man. Double Nichols outside pipe. Man, this is one of the better pitching performances by both, by two teams.
Absolutely. Only 1 hit for each team going into the bottom of the 4th.
As Dakota takes double Nichols.
Yeah, Brandon Miles not going to mess with the rookie. He's going to throw him inside drop, and then he's going to hit him with the hammer right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see outside bar once again. And he goes after it just a little bit low, and it was hot. Chat Police, thank you for noticing my attention to detail on every single thing here at Hideaway Field. I actually was noticing on the first base side by the pylon, there were 3 blades of grass turned to the left, and I like them to be smooth to the right. 2-2 count. And Brandon double Nichols once more, the 55, as he's going to have to go through Randy Dalbey once more. And the always lively AK-47 Adam Couts in the Twitch chat. Randy goes tiger uppercut right there. .400 viewers early in on this game, as we're going to just menace TikTok after this inning to make sure they make the correct choice to properly watch one of the best productions in sports. When they get over here, they'll know.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the better Twitch streams, just period. It's live game. It's live wiffle ball done on a pretty high level. I mean, again, I would say we have 6 players rated in the top 100 in the country.
Yeah.
Randy Dalbey being one of them.
Burl, hello to you too. Welcome to the chat. As you could hear those winds whipping up right now. As Dalbey goes right side, that ball is tacoing. Look at that.
But hitting to the wrong guy. Jim Dodos, really good outfielder. Gold Glover candidate for sure. And then get to the top of the 5th, 0-0, 1 hit apiece right now.
Should we have a poll? Is there going to be a run scored this game?
Well, theoretically, there has to be a run scored.
Oh, okay.
Just win.
TikTok, listen, you guys you got to get over to Twitch, man. We're having a lot of fun. lot of multiple camera angles, instant replays. You could see the graphics of who's on base, the score, who's playing each other, what game in the series we are. You could join us in the chat. Of course, you could earn yourself wiffle ball points and get things like signed jerseys, hoodies, balls, bats. Check out Seamus every once in a while. And, of course, Kirby Bucket. And if there's one reason you should come over to Twitch, it's when we switch pitchers. We have our old boy Kirby Bucket that comes out and delivers the balls, and man, what a treat that is.
Kirby Bucket has more followers than I do.
Yeah, but you're not real popular.
I know I'm not.
Like, there's not much about you that I'd follow you. You go to bed at like 8 p.m. on non-wiffle nights.
Pretty much, that's right. You know,
there he is. There's Kirby Bucket. Too bad in the TikTok they can't see this. Look at this. Look how he goes off the ramp right there. Look at the shocks. Unbelievable what GK does in his spare time. He's like a little wizard doing little trickery in his garage with his soldering gun. It's amazing. Jim Dodos. Looking at 57 curveball in the strike. That's going to be ball number 1. Some Tavano saying GK's looking a little like the Unabomber. Ball number 2. Jim Dodos, I believe, only has... He came into the series only, I think, like 13 strikeouts on the season. That's an amazing stat. Goes right side. Zoe's going to have to make a play. Doesn't make him often over there, but he does into the backstop in time for out number 1.
Yeah, Zoe, an underrated defender at third. Again, not a really hard thrower of the ball, but very rarely misses the pan, and very few balls get by him.
Last night, Tanner tried to pull an old trick on me, tried to get me involved in conversation. I was looking at him. It was the end of game 2, and I think Gio smacked one over to me. I wasn't ready. Brandon takes a swing and a miss. Good layoff. It's going to fill up the count, Brad. This is a big pitch for Randy. As you can see, Sean Marcel ready for anything coming his way. He's one of the faster defenders out there. Good pitch. High fly ball. Levi right there. He's got to be careful. You can't run in too much with that wind blowing out, Brad.
No, we saw that last night. Anything got up in the wind was out. This one's kind of a little more of a swirling wind, so it's not really, the ball's not carrying like it did last night.
Here is James Perez once again. And this is going to be an easy fly ball. Kyle's going to have to go back there for out number 3. And you got to be stoked if you're the Owls going into the bottom of the 5th. You got to get something going right now. Put some pressure on the Warbirds. After the Warbirds exploded against the Ones, Buck Burner with a hit, and that's about it.
He'd have had 2 home runs by now.
Yeah.
Like this was
true.
But then, I mean, literally, we've got 2 hits. There's been 3 balls hit out of the infield, or 4 balls hit out of the infield all day. 2 base hits and 2 fly balls. So I mean, it's been pitching dominant.
I mean, all week long, actually the last 3 weeks, we've seen some mercy rules, some teams getting to 15, 10-9 games. The Vipers scored 33 runs or something the other night in their 3 games, maybe more. We put up a bunch of runs. Bombers did this week as well. In the wind, nothing going on here, but we are watching 2 of the best pitchers in PLW.
Yeah, two really good pitchers that, again, you hit on it earlier. They're 12-6. They're drop ball pitchers. They live down in the zone, and they're both kind of like a low delivery sidearm, so everything starts low and stays low.
I think we're going to see a solo shot out of a Night Owls player right here, and why not it be Levi Lawrence, who's been on good behavior of late.
Yeah, model citizen.
But he goes right side. This should be an easy play for Buck. He's playing really good ball lately on both ends. As Kyle Lohman up to bat. Who's going to be the solo shot to win this game? Who's it going to be? That's the poll we need to run right now. It's going to be a solo shot. It's going to be a 1-0 game. And who's it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, let's
Is it going to be Dodos? Is it going to be Loman? Will it be Randy?
Yeah.
Does Levi give it a shot? Can Patricus do something?
Yeah, so next inning, you're going to have Patricus, Walensky, then Byrne at the top of the order, and this...
Or Buck.
Yeah.
The dude dropped 7 home runs last series. As Kyle takes a man hack at that one, he's like, I want my name on that list.
Yeah, I mean, player of the week. Ever since the player of the week, he kind of...
Died down a little bit.
Yeah.
He thought he was something. Goes left side, reaches for that one.
And the twinkle toes of one Greg Kelly over there with the dance move.
Look at Hito saying Buck Burner solo shot and then nothing from the Owls. And Loman, a lot of spin on this ball. Good play by Patricus to just wait for it to get in his bread basket. Or should I say nest, since he's a warbird.
Yes.
A lot of spin on that. Look at that. Those are very difficult to handle. You just got to be ready to clamp down on that barehanded and make a play. As Sean Merciel, his last at-bat, went oppo right here. And this dude's got power. What did I say?
There it is.
He's got power. All 85 pounds of that dude. He really needed that.
And see, that one, so they went with 4 infielders again. If they would have went with...
Look at the Night Owls
3 and
coming
2,
out there.
3 and 2, like typical fielding, his single probably is caught. And with Tyler playing left, that home run's probably caught as well. So,
Oh, of course. Yeah, Tyler, 6'2", has a lot of hops as Valencia now up to bat. Yeah, he hit that home run for his 3 different countries that he's representing. I mean, I know they have watch parties in all 3 of those countries. When you watch Super Bowls and soccer matches and they go back to
Yes.
the other city or country where they're from, they go crazy in Canada for this guy. And so, goes left side. Should be an easy play for Matty. Makes the throw, hits the pan. But the Warbirds down by 1. And let me tell you, if the Night Owls hang on right here with the arm of Randy and win 1-0, it is a huge win for the Night Owls, and here's why. That Brandon, you only get 9 innings pitched per series.
Yeah.
And that means that, wow, oh, geez. Who was that?
Loman. He's just walking off the field with his head down.
He looks like the Cookie Monster, like he didn't get any cookies. It would mean that Brandon Mayo pitched 5 innings
Yeah.
in a loss,
Yeah,
and
they
he'd
can't-
only have 4 more to work with the rest of the night.
And they're doing the same with Dalby. So, I mean, it's a series. You want to win 2 out of 3 if you don't win the first one. But you definitely use up all of Randy's innings here.
Don't sleep on Maddie Levine right here. Something high and tight might go over the container. Oof, and he was trying to tie it up with one swing. One and 2 count. Some people are saying Jesus was 6'6".
No, I think they're just saying, Jesus, he's 6'6".
Oh, gotcha. Flare ball to Dakota, wearing a snowboarding gear. People are nervous, Hito. That's exactly what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of nerves going on. One count as the wind starts. Looks like it's blowing in a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's swirling. Definitely going out to right. Kind of coming across the field. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why it's knocking everything down.
Gets in front of that one. It's going to lock up 2-2 count here. Goes to 3-2. People love that Dalbey's so tall. That man definitely doesn't have trouble putting a star on his Christmas tree. And he takes a walk right there, and this is big time as Buck Burner, last week's player of the week, 7 home runs. He almost hit 8. He was only a couple feet away from an 8th home run and a PLW record. Gets in the box. Don't be surprised to see a bat flip here. A lot of people are, the poll, what's your favorite camera angle? Sky cam, center field, dungeon, or backstop? And a lot of people are going for the sky camera. And I got to agree, it's one of my favorite looks, especially when it comes into the commentating booth. Love that look, man. It really gives a real wide eye of what we got going on up here. Liam saying, the Warbirds are going to come back to tie. Just watch. If they do, I wonder if Liam's going to throw some bits out there.
Right.
And Buck goes left side, touched by Zoe, but GK Rabbit says, no, foul ball.
Sansone is mad at Skycam. Well, can't be mad at the operator. Skycam went down. I wonder if Casey's mad too because they didn't get that catch either.
I'm not mad at Skycam.
Right.
And Buck goes right side off the foot of Kyle. Sean's going to try to make a double play, but it goes a little bit low. They do get the force out at 2, but there are 2 outs as the ever dangerous Jim Dodos up to bat. He hasn't been seeing the ball quite well in this game number 1. Let's see if he can lock in, get focused. Very rare that he doesn't put good bat on ball. And you saw him in the outfield kind of tuning up his swing. Expect something fierce out of this guy. Let's see how it plays out.
I don't think Dalby's going to pitch to him, to be honest with you.
I don't think you're going to see anything in his wheelhouse for sure. That one comes in hot. Yeah, you also don't want to like walk him and then only a single though. You know, a half intentional walk here, I think Dalbey will bring. And he goes right side, and that's going to end the game as the Night Owls take game number 1 in a 1-0 game. Very rare in PLW do you see 1-0. What are some of the stats right there, Brad?
So we had 1 hit. He gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 4, 5, 6
a
strikeouts.
1-hit shutout.
1 hit shutout.
Great performance by Randy right there.
So 1 hit shutout. The only 2 hits for the Warbirds, 1 being the home run. So 1-0.
Big win by the Night Owls right there. The Warbirds definitely needed that one. We're going to get the Game 2 starters. We'll be back in 15 seconds. Good evening from Hideaway Field. We're going to go into game number 2. Game 1, you watched Randy Dalbey pitch a gem, a 1-hit shutout against the Warbirds. Both those pitchers, man, hats off to them. How many hits total between the 2?
3 hits total.
Brandon gave up 2. Randy gave up 1, a tough loss for Brandon after the Warbirds kind of smoked the ones last week, just putting up a lot of runs. Couldn't get one across, not even to second base, I don't think.
Yeah, no runner to second base. Really only the 1 hit, and it was the Warbirds' only hit was the first guy of the game. Buck, first hit of the game, first batter. So Randy Dalbey locked it down, but if you're going to look at it, you can shed a little light on it. Miles still has 4 innings left. He pitched only 5 because the home team didn't have to bat, so that kind of helps him a little bit, gives him a little bit more leeway with their pitching staff. The starters for Game 2, Levi Lawrence going against Matty Petrickas, so the All-American and against a guy who was an All-Star for his pitching in Season 2.
Yeah, I mean, Levi's kind of guy that deals. He does have his little earbuds in as he likes to listen to Celine Dion to calm him down in case there's any type of controversy out there. He doesn't want to get too lippy and thrown out of a game. But the All-American, kind of the workhorse for the Warbirds, puts up decent numbers when he's focused. Him as well could put a gem on the mound. The Warbirds got a hit here, though. between Buck, Patricus, and Dodos, and Mayo, they got to do something here.
Yeah, so they've seen Levi before. Levi's got solid numbers career-wise. Not really a whole lot to go with this season. 21 and 2/3 innings with 31 strikeouts. He's 1-4 for a team. Kind of maybe some hard luck losses there. Decent ERA at 4.71. And Patricus, the workhorse, like you said, 67.1 innings, 57 strikeouts, and he's 6-6 for a team that's under 500 with a 3.56 ERA. So don't sell that short. He's pitched his way to get this, but yeah, you got to have some offense. You can't get one hit. One hit's never going to win.
Yeah, no way, unless it's a home run like Will Morris did to us. Who do you like for game number 2?
I think the bats are going to wake up. I mean, the Night Owls have had trouble scoring runs all season, and they've won. They have to win 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. If the Warbirds score 4 runs, they're going to win this game.
Yeah, the thing that we haven't talked about is the depth of the bullpen. If a team, if Levi does walk out, you're probably going to see maybe Kyle Lohman come in, or who else do they have on?
They got Dave Seifert.
Seifert as well.
They got Seifert. Merciel's found his pitching stroke, and with Dalbey, they have somebody that can play short, or Levi can go to short. Alonso's going to man it up. So, yeah, they've got the pitching. Lohman's probably their best option out of the bullpen. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Randy, if they get a lead, to see Randy come in and try and close it down and get another win and worry about game 3 and game 3.
Yeah, I like that maneuver right there. Maybe if you're up 3-0 or something in the 3rd inning, you bring Randy in, close it out, win the 2 games that you desperately need to get back in the playoff picture, especially with some big series coming up later this week. And then, worry about game 3 as it comes. Remember, Nick Davella could also be on the bump. He's a little bit of a contact hitter and could get roughed up. But if you need strikes, him and Dave Seifert, especially Dave Seifert, he's somebody that could dish it out up there.
Absolutely. Look for Lohman to start game 3, so they're not going to use a bunch of innings there.
And here we go. Game number 2, TikTok. Make sure you get on over to twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Come hang out with us. 450 viewers. We're going to clip 500. A lot of these guys. And Buck again. Starting off the game, that didn't spell so hot for them last time.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want deja vu here.
Yeah, so 18 outs between hits. That's not how you want to go about your game.
Oh, man. Not a good recipe. Red Devil, I see you. Hot Rod, see you guys. Oh, good pitch for Jim to jam out to his Garden of Serenity. Swing and a miss.
Hot Rod, you're killing me.
Ooh, that looked hot, but it comes in at 54, and tough outing so far for Jim Dodos. Good pitch by Levi as Brandon Mayo pops in. He really has that sweeping curve going early.
Yeah, so you can't step in the bucket and try and hit it. You want to step to it and hit it the other way.
Good pitch, and that's 2 54s. And Levi, early 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean looks a lot like game 1.
Goes, eat this pitch, but Perez pops it up, and Levi is pumped, and I wouldn't want to get in his way as he'll just bowl right over you.
So Levi again, if he gets going, we went at the 5-inning variety. I want to say he struck out 13 people in 5 innings. He held the strikeout record before he went to the 6th inning. He's been an all-star for his pitching.
Incredible.
He was the reason the Stone Men for a lot of the seasons were a competitive team because he could pitch. And when he was pitching every game, the Stone Men were pushing a playoff team season 1 and season 2 because there was no innings limit on him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
there was no innings limit.
Yeah, so that's we had the.
I feel like we've been playing this style forever.
Yes, it feels a lot longer. But no, this is only really the first full season. We had that partial season last year where we tried it out on away series. So when we crossed divisions, you played the 6th series, and we found out that was what we liked. The league got bigger. We added, 15. We had 25 guys in the draft this year. We added 25 people to the league. So, man, 6 defenders is a big deal. But yeah, Levi was an all-star season 1 and season 2, and not because you have to have somebody from every team. It's because he was a top 20 player.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets enough reps and his head's in the game, he'll be a top 20 player, I think, for a long time.
Yeah.
As he's in the box looking to get something going right now as Patricus throws a screwball.
So they changed it up. Dalby not leading off, Levi leading off.
Levi goes right side, doesn't come back. You could see KJ wearing those shades on the right side right there.
Yeah, I think you have about another inning and a half, 2 innings. Everybody on the right side's got sunglasses or ducking down.
Looks like KJ could have played a small part in the upcoming movie Top Gun that's coming out.
Very small part.
And Levi goes after Pink Box and for a triple. And you know what that means. He's going to get a couple donuts. And that's the last thing he needs.
So they flip-flop. So Logan decides to flip-flop Dalby, maybe get him at bats with people on base.
You know, a lot of people talk about, is there no running in this PLW? This would be the only time that a runner would actually go. Explain that a little bit, Brad.
So just like normal fly ball, so we got a line that's even with the bag. Third base, he can tag up just like baseball.
This should
so you're
score
gonna
him.
See it.
You're going to see Levi go. Dodos has an arm, though. He's going to go for it. But he over-chucks it to the right side. He had him, too. Dodos with the arm, and you go to Dodos, Gio, and you could see him. Oh, no. You know what? I didn't think Dodos had a cannon as big as he did from right there. Wow.
Well, and the thing that people have, everything has to be in the air, but not now. It can roll, it can bounce, it can do whatever it needs to hit the backstop.
You know what I think?
What do you think, bud?
I think the wind was blowing out just a tiny bit, and when he got under it just a tad, and it kind of just flew over.
Yeah.
I mean, he did miss it
it was to the left.
To his
right, our left, yeah.
And Sean Merciel, a base hit with his girl watching Hayden in the chat. We'll credit her with that single in the left center gap right there. She's been playing really, really well. I don't want to be the one to say it, but when she's in the chat, looks like Sean produces.
Yeah, let's make sure she's not in the chat. Well, we don't play the Warbirds anymore, so.
Okay, good. As Nick Davila looking at a 1-2 count. He's putting together a good offensive. Dodos on the run. What a grab. And then he goes halfback toss back to Patricus. Man, he is fast.
Gets a good jump on the ball and runs through the ball, which is kind of like what they teach you. You know, at the upper levels, you run through the ball, not to the ball.
Loman to the left side. Easy play. Out. And yeah, no pain. I got to be pumped for a single because there was only 3 hits last game. All 3 of them were singles, right?
Nope, 2 singles and a home run.
Oh, wait, who hit the home run? Oh, it's Sean.
Sean Merciel.
That's right.
The French-Canadian, Spaniard,
Yeah.
American.
Loved dearly in all countries.
Levi back on the bump.
And the Providence of Rhode Island.
Both people in Rhode Island are happy to have it. Like, I'm from a small town in the middle of nowhere with only a couple of stoplights,
Yeah.
but I think we were bigger than Rhode Island.
We're going to go into the top of the second, brought to you by Trent Pacone and Brad Ogden. We're feeling it today. That's Maddie Levine up in the box. It's good. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. All the good things happen.
And Levine. That ball might come back. Is it? GK's right there. Can you believe that, Brad?
I cannot. What a great play to stay with it.
Wow.
It never touched any of the trees. How that, I don't know.
Do you want to know why there's no tree right there, Brad?
Why is that?
Because last year I was on a scissor lift with a ladder, 12-foot ladder attached to it on it.
Definitely not OSHA approved.
Don't say that because I donated that lift.
Oh, man. We're live, aren't we?
Yeah.
Tyler Walensky.
Don't worry, my insurance guy's not
Even
paying
Kyle
attention.
was like, are you sure you want to do that?
My insurance guy's not listening. It's okay.
We're okay. 1-2 count. Oof, barely misses right there. Good strikeout by Levi, and a lot of people are saying you should get the MOY, the Muffin of the Year.
Muffin of the Year. No, I think it's Manager of the Year.
You should, man. You were picked ninth in the standings. And,
they told us we would win 21 games all year.
Yeah.
We have 22 wins right now.
I love it. Buck Burner taken. Strike on the outside, 0-2. Buck Burner lays off that one. And this is probably going to be a time you're going to see a triple leg kick, the triple Lindy at a Levi here.
The little tick-tock, go to sleep,
The pendulum. Goes one. Oh, good tap by Buck to stay alive. He thought that might have hit Pan. Count's going to remain 2-2. Goes a little bit outside.
That didn't miss by much. Didn't miss by much there.
Oh, Levi taps it. Goes over to Sean. Makes a throw. Sean has one of the harder throws to the backstop, and he's feeling it right now as the Night Owls are going to get up to bat, leading 1-0.
Yeah, so the Night Owls, it's not been an offensive showing of force right now, but plays on the ground, plays are getting made, and no wiffle gods. If we say it quietly, maybe they won't hear. Right now, no wiffle gods.
Look at that. I'm looking on TikTok right now, and it looks like Drake is taking a little time off from his concert circuits. Well, I'm going to tell Drake right now, you got to come over to Twitch.
Right?
I mean, for a person of that production knowledge, I would think that they'd know that they'd go from TikTok to Twitch so they could hop on this great production.
Yeah, I mean, this production is better than what we started with. What was it?
A beer pong
table? A
table.
pong table and 2 cameras and a GoPro.
Yeah, it was like a GoPro. it wasn't pretty.
No, but I still watched.
And I think we were, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a chain link fence in front of us. Was there a chain link fence in front of us? I don't even want to tell GK that. He might throw up in his mouth. That's Jim Dodos. Makes an easy play out there. Yeah, man. That's right, Juice. Rocking the old school All-Star jersey tonight.
I'm going to go old school next time. I'm going to wear a Tomahawks jersey.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do it, man. I was an All-Star once. I was alternate, but I was still an All-Star.
It wasn't a participation trophy when everybody was an All-Star.
Levi's looking at a 2-1 count. Goes right side. A lot of spin on it. Doesn't come back.
So, Liam, this is season 5? Or is it season 4? Season 4? So we had a season 0 and then season 4. This is 4th season.
Blake, come on over to Twitch and we'll tell you all about it. I'll see you over there. As Levi goes down on strikes. The All-American. He's going to have to face Randy right now.
And with one swing, he can fire up this team.
Yeah, you got to be wary of him, but you got to face him like you do any other batter. Yeah. You just have to go after him. Can't worry about where his wheelhouse is or nothing. Tap over to Matty. Good play. You know, when you get a ball hit back to you as a pitcher and you knock it to someone else, it's all about timing. It could mess up your whole rhythm, and easily you could turf or air mail a ball.
Yeah, so you see Matty there, veteran, been here since season 1.
Yeah.
Took a little bit of time, gathered himself, got the holes right, and then made a good throw.
Yeah, you got to square up, take your little shuffle, and look at that. Kirby's trying to agitate Levi. Who's the operator? He might be
GK. Levi's trying not to step on it and break it in half.
Yeah, GK's operating. Oh, and he,
no.
He dumps his brains out. Levi stays cool with Kirby. Remember, Kirby Bucket got a warning from league officials for taunting Levi last time they met on the mound. And Levi had to put in, like, his suspension got rescinded. He had to put in a complaint to the commissioner as Jim Dodos up to bat right now.
Captain Goat, if you just look at the graphic at the bottom, it'll say Owls lead the series 1-0. So they won the first game 1-0.
A lot of people asking in the TikTok, why don't we run? Come on over to Twitch. We'll give you all the details to that. And Dodo's really not liking himself right now as Brandon Mayo up to bat.
Yes, we are not kidding, royalty. This is way better than TikTok.
Of course, man. I don't know how many times we have to hear it, or TikTok has to hear us repeat what people say in Twitch about how much that's 1,000 times better. I'm so glad. Why didn't I come over earlier? I don't know how many times we have to repeat that. When people are like, oh, what's the score? Well, come on over to Twitch. We have all the graphics like you were watching a major league game. Same stuff, instant replays, close-ups, sky cams, commentators. And I'm excited to announce the newest cam that we have. It's our dungeon cam.
Right.
I always give them a heads up to make sure they're ready to go down there. Maybe in between innings, we'll go dungeon cam. It's disgusting by Levi. He said, I was going to get rid of that curveball, but I'm putting it back in my arsenal.
He's got 4 strikeouts. They're all looking. Not swinging, all looking.
Oh, that's nasty. That might be I wonder how many Ks not looking there has been in a game by a pitcher. It's probably right about 4.
This is the most I've seen in a while. Well, since I've been keeping track.
Man, he's really dishing that curveball. And I don't know, man. I might have to get closer to home plate right there and really creep in. It looks like James did just that, as he's going to go to Sean, who's having a decent game on the defensive end. He's really squaring up. I like to see that out of Sean Merciel as he... You know what I might start calling him? I might start calling him 3 countries.
There we go. 3 flags. 3 flags.
Okay, we're going to start calling him 3 flags.
3 flags. There
I like
we go.
it. You are manager. You're Moy.
Boy. Yeah, so Bruce is hitting the nail on the head.
You're my boy,
Moy. Bruce is hitting the nail on the head. So, yeah, you can add 12 inches of tape.
Okay.
Between the O and original. When it says original WIFFLE, there's the logo in the middle. You have 13 inches from the edge of that O to the top of the bat. So anywhere between there, you can add up to 12 inches long of tape. You can make it no greater than 3/4 of an inch in circumference. We have a PVC pipe, to keep it under that size, and you can add no more than 4.5 ounces of tape to the bat. It has to weigh under 10 ounces, and the bats weigh 5.2 when we get them. So a lot of guys are going lizard tape. They're doing batting tape. Whatever they can put onto it that keeps it under that weight and the same size is all legal at this time. That doesn't mean that it won't change, but right now, that's what they got.
For season 4, that's what we're going with. As Sean Merciel, basically the game winner last game, up to bat, and he takes a cut and barely gets under it, but Jim Dodos is right there for an easy out. That's Nick Davella. I like that he put himself in the lineup. He has a heavy bat, and he's been putting together a decent, like I said, decent season offensively for himself. Three flags.
What was that on the field? That is Kirby Bucket.
Yeah, man. He's got his own Instagram page. Oh, what a play by Matty Levine. Goes left-handed, slaps it over to Buck Burner. Buckaroo makes a throw under 5 to the backstop. Watch that instant replay. Wow. Good play.
Great play.
Kyle Lohman up to bat right now. goes 3-1. You cannot lay a cookie in the Loman right here.
No.
I wonder if Patricus knows this. And he does. He goes after him right there.
It looks like the winds have died down first and second tier. Third tier looks like it's still up there, but not really down field level right now.
Oh, and Loman takes a walk, and as you said, he's like a walking machine. Big walk right there as Zoe up to bat. And if I'm the Warbirds, I got to recognize that Zoe's pull heavy.
Yeah, Loman he was only hitting 217 coming in with an on-base percentage of 400. So,
Hey, that's
on-base machine.
Listen, on-base percentage is where it's at. Not only does it get you to first base, but it puts a walk on the pitcher, which immediately puts pressure. Good attempt right there, Moy. Immediately puts pressure on the bullpen of the team that's throwing.
Exactly.
58. Molten Mike's saying every time I see Burner, he's doing something cool. I mean, he has a cool name. His name's Buck. Buck Burner.
Right.
Left side. Buck doing something cool. Goes 2. But KJ just holds it for out number 3. Right on cue. Buck Burner.
Yeah, this is another offensive display. It's very offensive to watch.
If you were looking for a defensive matchup, if you were one of those fans that was like, oh my God, they score so many runs in PLW, and you wanted to see a little bit more of a toned down series, I guess this would be the one you'd tune in for.
Yeah, so you had some really good high scoring series on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, not so much.
Yeah, they can't get over the hump. And it's going to have to be sparked up by that man right there, Jim Dodos. And with Buck Burner right there as well. Those two guys they're the kind of the fire, the phoenix that needs to rise up from the ashes for the Warbirds.
And he has got that working.
I do not want to face Levi Lawrence right now, and I've always said he is a danger when he's on the mound and he's focused. Gets another K, this time not looking. And look at that in the chat. One of our fan favorites who's each week just accumulating more and more a fan club. J-Lo is in the chat.
Nice.
Remember, me and her are going to be side by side come Friday night, and it's going to be a lively one as I believe the Ones play the Cajuns.
Oh, that'll be a good series. One's looking to keep pace with now the first place Vaders.
Man.
And the Cajuns trying to stay in that playoff hunt. They're on the outside looking in right now when they got swept last week. But going to be a good series.
Left side. Levi tries to kick it right there. I don't know if that's a smart play. You got to let Sean. He could basically cover 3/4 of that left side. Just let him do what he does. As NK Copal subscribes. Love seeing that. When you get a subscription, you get no commercials. And remember, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free subscription with Twitch every single month. And I know you have an Amazon Prime account.
Yeah, what did you say? 86% of all people have an Amazon?
86.2%. I did the math the other day. I went door to door. It took me 3.5 years. I have a team of over 1,500 people going door to door to see who has Amazon Prime to get those kind of stats and diagnostics. Buck Burner goes high. And that's going to be out number 3, and Levi is straight flexing.
So here we go, bottom of the 4th, 1-0 still.
I promised you guys that dungeon cam. Let's go to it right now. Bang. Check out our... No, it's a blurry dungeon cam.
It's blurry dungeon cam.
Oh, wait, that's just Tom's face.
It was 1-0.
Man.
J-Dub.
We went to our... I hyped up dungeon cam. Oh, no,
there we
it's
go.
still blurry.
Focusing.
Is it because it's not bright enough or something?
I don't know. I mean, we got the man, Tom
there they
Cannon, CK44, Chris Coleman, legend in the booth.
He's got to do something with like the lens. But there they are.
There they are.
Look what it takes to get this production going. They have a tap light. They got a fridge down there, a humidifier, but it does reverse. It like puts out a bunch of mist and smoke and stuff to help out their lungs breathe down there because they're enclosed. There it is. Look how clear it is right there.
There they are.
And look at Seamus by Chris's head. It's our boy, little boy Blue. Well, Sean, you have to try out and become an all-star. Levi Lawrence.
Or drop 150,000 points into the...
Yeah. Or accumulate 150,000 wiffle ball points, and I'll sign one. Which immediately... It's like driving a car off the lot when you get a trench jersey.
Well, I want to print up a bunch of extra jerseys for sure.
What's this new poll say? I can't see it. What does it say, Brad?
Who would you pay? Would you pay to come to a game?
A lot of people are saying it's worth $10. And I think it's a 10 spot.
Yeah, I would have him drop a sawbuck. That's
Could you imagine the interaction that we would have with the fans and Skycam 1 and all that kind of stuff?
No, I mean, it'd be great. Get him on the Connex, the best seats in the house. Have a couple of hot cocos up there.
Yeah.
PLW hotties making a stop by, depending on the team.
Can you imagine the upgrades we could do as we accumulate more and more money for the league?
Yeah,
if GK has a little bit more of a budget, some of the things that we could do, give Adam Tannick some Fetty in his wallet.
Yeah, be good.
Doing things he could do, some of the marketing ploys. I was thinking we should, on the beach they have those planes that have those little flags they fly in the back. Dalbey goes, wow, what a play. Maddie goes up top. Oh, and that's going to be a long throw. GK saying that hit the monitor. And I don't know if he was coming in to check to see if the play was made or to check to see if his monitor was hit.
It hit the monitor for sure. 100%. 100% hit the monitor.
What a play, though, for Maddie to make. Do you see how far out he was? He was behind second base when he made that throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot cocoa stand for sure. Might have a PLW hottie working that.
Now can Maddie pick up there? Can Maddie make up for that?
Yeah, that's not really a wiffle ball god play because that was just a really hard, difficult play to make. Yeah. Not so much an error. You call that? Is that an error?
No, I mean it's a base hit. I thought it was a base hit. I mean, it's a tough play. It'll go to the fielding committee. It'll go to the committee for sure.
Look at that. 37 people already saying, I'll throw a 10 spot on this.
Right? I just like the fact that between TikTok and Twitch, we have more fans than an Oakland A's game.
That means something. As Sean tips that, count's going to be 1 and 2. A lot of people in the TikTok chat saying, how does this work? And they're just going to have to come on over to Twitch just like a bunch of other TikTok people do to get all the information they need. Plus, instantly, they're going to be thankful that they did it. 2-2 count. And, oh, Sean goes off Maddie. And that's going to leave a mark.
Literally.
I remember when, who hit it?
Sansone.
Hit it
off of Eder, and then he hit it off of somebody's chest.
Jeez. Somebody hit me in the face. Anyhow, it said Wiffle Ball of America on my forehead for about 2 weeks.
Was it Loman?
Was it? No. 1-2 count.
Well,
it was Hicks.
It's Hicksy. There you go.
Man.
Don't worry, AK. The Oakland A's will be a lot closer than they are right now. Probably right where the Tropicana is, or the M Resort.
Good swing by Davella right there. We're creeping on 500 viewers as Nick goes down swinging on a nasty screwball by the All-American with 2 outs. and they really need to get out of this inning. But the dangerous Kyle Lohman, who took a walk, and the reason why also walks are so dangerous is that means you got to pitch strikes. And Kyle Lohman, a dangerous, dangerous hitter when it's in his wheelhouse right there. Look at that. In the poll. It says, yeah, people are saying, listen, I'll go 10 spot on this. I'll come out.
For sure.
I mean, be able to come out and
just hang out.
Interact with all these players.
I mean, what do you think? There's a half dozen non-players working tonight. Just out here, just
say that
watching.
again?
There's at least a half dozen guys out here just watching.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out. And as you get later into the season, you're going to have more and more guys come out because the series mean more to teams that are not playing. They're counting on, hey, the Warbirds need to lose, or hey, these guys need to win. I need to be here.
Here's the difference. On TikTok, Kirby Bucket is the size of a small grain of sand. On TikTok, it's zoomed in like he's supposed to be getting his airtime. And plus, we have this cool graphic. He does this jump. What is that, a half pipe? Man.
Just a ramp. That's like a ramp we used to do as kids. Put a block down and hit a board. And
I know, but I just say half pipe to like get him more excited.
Back before you wore helmets to ride a bike, real American generation, helmets on bikes. That's the downfall right there.
Want to hear a bad story?
Sure.
I broke my collarbone, right? I was like 13 or 14 skating. I was a skateboarder back in the day. So I'm in this like figure eight thing. And my doctor's like, all right, dude, no more skating for this amount of months.
Okay.
Who's skating the next day?
You.
Bust my arm again and had to wait like 3 more months on top of the 3 months. Why didn't Trenchy learn then?
Oh, because we weren't that smart.
You just wanted to be outside, man.
Yeah, my dad
to be
said,
cooped up back in the day.
Oh, my dad told me to get out.
We didn't have all the futuristic,
We had wiffle ball. Literally, we played wiffle ball. On the military base I was at, we played wiffle ball probably every day.
Enough said. Lonzo Valencia, up to bat, bases loaded, big time as Brandon Mayo comes in. He's going to look to roll over as he hits double nickels and gets Zoe down early. But Zoe's been in pressure situations a bunch in his career. Has seen a lot of pitching, some of the best in the league. Let's see what happens here. Goes a little hot. Goes Route 66 on him. Barely misses outside 56. That was a nasty pitch by Brandon Mayo right there to get out of that jam. And the Warbirds are going to head into the fifth inning. They haven't scored in, 10 innings?
10 innings, haven't scored, only got 2 hits. And they both been by the same guy, and they both let off the game. So
look at Gio with a gnarly-looking sunset right there shot from Skycam 1.
Oh, that's...
We should make a greeting card or something from PLW, Blessed Thy Be.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That is a great shot, man. The cumulus clouds intermingling with the cirrus clouds.
Look at all that. Little weatherman stuff there, a little meteorology. Or are you just making that up?
No, I know my
tell.
stuff.
I can never tell.
I know my stuff. Those aren't cirrus clouds, though, but that's the only name I remember. As Kirby Bucket is backing up. GK is definitely Kirby's father. You could totally see him corral him. The tutelage, you could see. Great job by GK as Jim Dodos, top of the 5th. Oh, Hot Rod's got me. The Nimbus Clouds.
Delehante, we absolutely do sell jerseys.
Dodos needs to get it going right here. Way inside. Good move by Dodos right there to get his bat away from there. Warbirds need something here. Goes double clutch. He goes 3 pendulum. He went triple TikTok right there.
Yeah, we're going to call that the grandfather clock, the go-to-sleep pitch, because you stand there and you get tired.
And Renee's right. Greeting card, I would say, from PLW with love with that background. We're going to have to call Hallmark, see what we could get, some kind of collaboration. Full count. Good take by Dodos right there, and that's going to put a walk on Levi.
Yeah, Dodo's typically not a walker because he didn't have anybody behind him that was hitting very well, so he was swinging the bat more. With the acquisition of Brandon Mayo, Jimmy Perez stepping up, you got to pass the buck here and get somebody on base. They had to get somebody on base anyway, so get somebody on base and see if they can, get a couple base hits here.
And there's somebody in the chat, Warhead, saying they think PLW could replace Ultimate Frisbee on the Stadium channel.
Yeah, I just watched between Simulation Football League,
Pillow fighting,
and
turtle. I think tortoise racing was on there.
Oh my God!
I think Chad had his tortoises on there. Brandon Mayo is not happy that he took a swing on that inside pitch. Watch this instant replay.
Yeah, just nasty.
It's just a lot of movement right there as James Perez with one out here in the top of the 5th up to bat. And you can't do that against a solid rookie like that. That is a mental error by Levi, Super Cookie, and the Warbirds.
Yeah.
And you can see Davila coming out talking to Levi saying, what are you doing? You can't throw cookies in PLW anymore. This is season 1.
Yeah.
This is a season 4. A lot of these guys played college ball, semi-pro. Some of them have been in the major leagues, Towers and Roach. And now the Warbirds up 2-1.
For a guy who was nasty for 5 innings, why would you throw that pitch?
I mean, right when he pitched it, I said, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Levine, bad swing right there. Yeah, I mean, he's been just dealing and decides to go Super Cookie Monster. Good pitch right there, and that's going to ice him for, what is 6th reverse K?
5. That's
Man.
5.
It's got to be close to a record as we're approaching 500 viewers. There's somebody in TikTok saying, from the bigs to wiffle ball, come to the tryouts, and you won't be laughing. Get over on here to Twitch, though, and you'll see what it's all about. You could get a better view of how this game's played as KJ LaCroix. I love when people talk a lot like they could do something or whatnot. They got to try out, and then they're probably going to be sent home because they can't make a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be – the league's getting better. The league's getting better every day, and it's – I mean, I always laugh at the guys that say, oh, I could – like, you might get a hit, but you're still going to hit.
Oh, man.
We got really good rookies. Really good rookies this season. What do we got? Only a couple of them hitting over 300?
Yeah.
I mean.
KJ, fly ball. Somebody's got to call it. Kyle's in trouble. Yeah, not an easy play when a ball goes sky high like that and you're backpedaling. I think Dakota needs to really come in and call off Lohman right there. But when you're not hearing the call off, you're going to have to make the play yourself. And you could see on that instant replay, very difficult as wind's blowing out to backpedal.
Well, they tell you, infielder, you go until he calls you off. So he never called him off. He had to keep going for it.
Yeah, the one thing that you got to do off contact is who's got it. Like, you'll hear me scream all the time, right off contact, call it. You have to call early to make sure that the other person hears it and comes off the play. You can see Bruce the Juice Uson. He plays right field, and he would have called him off immediately, but Dakota is a rookie.
Yeah.
Let's go! And that goes P, and that's another reverse K. And that's number 6, and I got to tell you, that's probably a PLW record. 6 looking, 2 innings worth of looks right there.
Yeah, so his one pitch is the bloop to a guy who's found his stride.
He came out last series like it was his coming out party, James Perez, and he's feeling it. He was just waiting for a pit, probably not even waiting for a pit. He probably got surprised that a softball pitch came in like that. And of course, now Brandon Mayo is going to go and try to close the Owls out to bring this to a rubber match. But, you can't sleep on the Night Owls. Of course, they got some bats going as well. Was that Buck again?
No, that was the All-American. Got a little sailor on me. We had the true softball pitch last night. Billy Osgood went underhand and got a foul ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was still faster than the vaporizer.
I know. I think I threw it 34 last night. Bottom of the fifth, Warbirds 2, Owls 1. We're here at Hideaway Field in Las Vegas, getting real windy. You could see some of those trees, especially on the right side, dancing along as Levi takes 10 the hard way for strike number 2. Yeah, look at that. Gio getting good shots. You know what? You could really see how the stream team is working in unison from the switchers to all the cameras. They're doing a great job tonight as Levi goes down swinging. I always like to watch Skycam 1 do work and see how the angles that the switchers are doing down there, and they're just kind of working like a river, a fluid stream.
Yeah, a little symphony going on.
Give it up to the stream team right now, everybody, as Randy Dalbey is in the box. This should be a good play by Matty. Just has to make a throw, and he does for out number 2.
So they need to get Night Owls need a base hit. They need to get somebody on base to give them a chance that Dalby and Levi will bat again in the 6th. They need a base hit here.
How many hits do the Owls have this game? I feel like they have about the same.
3 hits. 3 hits, 2 walks. No, 4 hits. Excuse me, 4 hits. 4 hits, 2 walks. Sean is 2 for 3. Sean has half of the hits. He has 3 of their 6 hits all night.
Man. That's gone. And 3 flags plants that in the Hollis tree.
Wow.
And I got to tell you, man, this dude is really coming alive. He's been having kind of a so-so season. He needed this as the Night Owls or what is it now?
It's 2-2.
2-2.
Tie game.
Solo shot.
So he's got 5 hits tonight, 2 home runs. He's 5 for 7 tonight. Came into the night hitting 200.
You just never know who's going to have a breakout game or series. And right now, Sean is the man as Nick DeVella up to bat, looking at an 0-2 count. And you can see Brandon a little frustrated, throws a 70-mile-an-hour dart in the pan. That's about 15 too hot.
So, yeah, season 1, maybe people swing at that. Not anymore.
Yeah, regardless of if he started putting tape on his bat or not, Bruce, you still got to make solid contact. And each of those ones, tape or not, we're going to be out of there. Two count here in the bottom of the 5th. Deuce is wild, but Nick strikes out, and he's not happy. Almost pounds that sword into the ground. And we're going to go into the top of the 6th after Mayo gives up a home run to 3 flags right there. And I got it, man, those countries, they're going wild in the stadiums that they watch him.
Absolutely. Ma crazy. Yeah, he has 5 hits tonight. It's game 2. Use that graphic at the bottom. You'll see all the stuff you need to know. This is game 2 of 3.
You know what? I mean, this is all with the Warbirds. Buck, he's got a couple singles. Dodos doing nothing really tonight. Brandon Mayo not doing so much. Maddie's quiet. Everybody's kind of quiet on the Warbirds side. They're still in this game. They'd love to win one, get in a rubber match, and it would be a real intense game number 3.
Yeah, game number 3. Again, both of these teams are in desperate need of a series win. A sweep would all but eliminate the Warbirds from playoff contention. Now they're just playing a battle for, the relegation position, see if they can avoid the relegation tournament.
Watch out for Dodos turning on a Levi pitch. Oh. Oh, 2 count, top of the 6th. Fast pitch into the dirt. It's going to be 1-2. Yeah, weekly. I'm going to work TikTok here in 1 second. We're going to eclipse 500.
Levi with 1 walk. Walked Dodos in his last appearance. In his last plate appearance. Top of the 6th here. 2-2.
Yeah, got to be careful with the pitch right here at 2-2. You are not going to see a cookie come out of Levi anytime soon. Comes inside. It's going to load the count. 3-2. Nobody out here. Jim Dodos, the leadoff hitter. In inning number 6, top 6. And he goes down on strikes on a 55-mile-an-hour pitch as Dodos having a rough night in the box. It's Brandon Mayo is coming in. EDU, thank you for the subscription on Prime. It's a free subscription when you have Amazon Prime. No commercials, 20% more wiffle ball points. Those are big things, and you're supporting the league. Good take by Mayo. You see Streamlabs putting up that Prime account. As Levi delivers. Down low 3-1. I think Levi has a walk.
Yeah, he walked Dodos in the last inning, so got to go after him.
And he does. And he gets a strikeout for out number 2. And other than that...
Bloop pitch, he's been nasty. He struck out Brandon Mayo 4 times.
Oh, man. And that's when it starts to get mental.
Yeah.
When you feel like, can I even hit a wiffle ball anymore?
Right. Yeah. If he stays nasty, he might have thrown they only have 2 hits. And one's off the bloop, and one's the first pitch of the game.
Comes a little hot, 57. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, what's going on with the Warbirds? But nothing right now. They're tied up. Goes right side. Good piece of hitting by Perez to keep this inning going. And if the Owls don't win this game, Levi's going to be really hard on himself about that one pitch. Because I think if he doesn't do that, I think they win this game.
I think the game's over. But now they got the All-American, Matty Levine. He's seen Levi a ton. I wouldn't be surprised to see the War Chicken getting it bad against Levi. He's notoriously hit Levi very well.
Yeah, and he's just like prime time guy that a lot of fireworks when he's up to bat. Something usually crazy happens. As the winds start picking up, Brad. Oh, and he ices him.
Another strikeout looking.
Is that 7?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts looking.
That's got to be a PLW record if we ever had one to gauge how many strikeouts looking. But
yeah, it's
man,
pretty nasty.
7
tonight.
looking.
7 looking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 12 strikeouts through 6.
Man, good performance by Levi. And he's going to, if there's no score here, they're going to go into extras. That should be a poll.
Yeah.
Is there going to be extra innings? Are we going to get bonus wiffle tonight?
Well, the first game only took like 42 minutes or 41 minutes, they were saying. Now we're going to get free wiffle.
Let's get some free wiffle. We got bonus wiffle on Saturday. As look, the oranges turn to lavenders and pastel pinks. The sunset here in Las Vegas, Nevada. God, that's beautiful. What did Renee Ho say? From PLW with love?
Right.
We need greeting cards. I think Tannic should do that. I think he should be assigned going to Hallmark and making little greeting cards, and he could sign them, and each and every one, and it could say "Love Tannic." I could see him doing something like that.
Me too.
He gets emotional over the PLW and the people that watch. It's very engaging. 1-1 count. Lohman to Petrikis. He bobbles it, squares up, makes a throw. Easy play for the All-American. It's going to be out number 1. Other than that walk, Lohman looks like he's having a difficult night.
Got 2 walks. He's put the ball in play 4 times, or twice, but nothing to show for it.
As Alonso Valencia up to bat, and he takes 55 outside pan, and Mayo knows exactly where to pitch. Valencia. Goes right side. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Levi Dalbey get the chance to bat because of the air. That's what we talked about. Murcio had to get a hit. He got the home run. But now it gives their big bats a chance to bat in the bottom of the 6th.
Hate to see one of our stream team fan favorites, OGs, make a play like that, but you got to get down. That was a baseball play that you would make with a glove, but you got to get down all the way. But Brandon, if there's anybody right now rooting for Brandon to make some pitches and get out of the inning, it is the All-American Matt Petrikis. Right to Tyler. Good
scouting. Good scouting, but now you got the one-man wrecking crew, Randy Dalbey.
Oh, man, he hasn't done too much. The wiffle ball gods, of course, creeping over Hideaway Field.
But you can't walk him because the hottest player on the Warbirds is on deck, Sean Murcio.
Oh, man. 6-inning drama as Randy tries to end the game right there. Instead, he goes down 0-2. Good pitch, but comes in at 57. You could see that it was going to hang low. And I don't know if that would have been at 55, I don't even think Randy was swinging right there. I think that would have been a go to your dugout. Goes away from him, 2-2. Man, I wish TikTok would come over to Twitch so they could see the center field cam to see the movement of these balls. Mayo. Inside pitch to Randy. He could change the outcome of this game. One swing. Goes left side. No way. No way. Then he kicks the ball out of play. It's going to be 2nd and 3rd. Sean Murcio up to bat, and the War Chicken. Go to the War Chicken. Oh, no. Gio, go to the War Chicken at some point. Oh, man.
GK Rabbit just subscribed.
Good. For 11 months. That's how you subscribe.
Saying go get him. Go get him. The hottest hitter on the team.
Well, they were looking, should we walk him and then make a force play anywhere? But no, 56.
But I think he's going to be nasty. He has a walk. He doesn't have to pitch. He doesn't have to throw a cookie here. And, he doesn't have any walks right now, so be nasty.
Swing and a miss. Going to go down 1-2. I don't know if I've ever seen 2 balls go through legs like that in a row.
Only when I was playing third, and that happened on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, that was...
But not with these guys. These guys are way better players.
Oh, and he was looking right side right there. Dodos is going to have to be on his toes. here, Brad. It's going to load the count up, and I don't think it's a bad idea to try to paint the corners right there.
And Miles going to stay down. He's going to stay with that hard stuff out away from the plate.
Oh, and he was just reaching for that. That might have been ball 4. We're just going to let this one play out, Brad.
Yeah, it's
Here we
awesome.
go.
And Sean is pesky. He will foul off multiple pitches, making you throw another strike.
And that's going to do it. The Night Owls, Sean Merciel, Mr. 3 Flags himself, has won both games for the Night Owls. What a pickup.
Wow.
For Nick Davella and the Night Owls. My heart goes out to the Warbirds. And the War Chicken, not happy at all. He dumps eggs all over the field. Let's watch this in instant replay. Oh, he's white as a ghost. Brad, 2 errors by the Warbirds right there. Wiffle ball splashing on the left side by the War Chicken. Kind of explains everything that inning.
Yeah, I mean, they were riding high coming off that sweep last week of, then at the time, the first place team in the league, and now they're playing a team that, is fighting off relegation with both hands, and they've lost 2 games. They've got a grand total, I think, of 3 hits in 2 games.
Brad, I don't want to say what was their record? They were 15-24. That might have iced any possible chance for them to just sneak in at all into the playoffs.
1, 2, 3. They have 4 hits tonight as a team.
I'm sorry, how many?
4.
In 2 games?
In 2 games.
We'll be right back in 15 seconds. So you calculated it correctly? It was only 4 hits in 2 games?
Yeah, we're double checking.
We're live. Welcome back to Hideaway Field. We're going to go into game number 3 between the Warbirds and the Night Owls.
4 hits.
What a collapse there by the Warbirds. Hate to see some of the guys that we're good friends with and fighting day in and day out through wiffle ball. A couple bad plays, errors made there. The wiffle ball gods don't let us down. They're undefeated basically this season, as runs always score anytime there are errors. You mentioned earlier Warbirds 4 hits in 12 innings. That's my math's not very great, but that's not a lot of hits.
Yeah, it's not a lot of hits, and Buck Burner has started both games with a hit. Mm-hmm. And the only significant hit from the Warbirds was on a lollipop pitch that Levi tried to get cute with, and Perez deposited it over the container.
So other than that, I mean, they've just been real quiet right now. Dodos is quiet, Patricus, Mayo, everybody's quiet over there. Only 4 hits, of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes Dodos has that going into game 3.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely an offensive struggle right now for the Warbirds, and usually and they're playing a team that hasn't really scored a lot of runs themselves. The Night Owls have struggled for offense all year, and Warbirds played good defense up until the last inning.
I'll tell you why the Warbirds are in trouble big time from getting swept right here. It's because Brandon Mayo's got to be close to his 9 innings.
Yeah, so he pitched 2 innings that game. He pitched
5.
He pitched 5 before. So he pitched 5 before. He has 2 innings left. But yeah, it's
we haven't even seen. Have we seen Dodos?
No Dodos, and Dodos is not starting game 3. It's going to be Pickering against Lohman. So Dan Pickering going to try and get him a couple of innings here, and the lefty Kyle Lohman coming over from the Lightning making a start in game 3.
Listen, I like Lohman, the lefty. He's been pitching really well the last 3 series. He's got a humongous slurve, kind of opposite of Jason Walker on the Vaders. They got the same kind of pitch that just really comes out, very menacing to lefties, of course, as you have to make an adjustment. What are you going to see out of the Night Owls? It's not like they're putting up enormous numbers. They got 1 run in the first game, Sean Merciel, the 3 Flags home run, And then what? Two error. I mean,
2 errors and they win 3-2. I mean, they've scored 4 runs themselves. They're not tearing the cover off the ball. But this is how the Night Owls have to win, or that's been the recipe this season. Let's not say they have to win that way. They've been winning a lot of games 1-0, 3-2, 3-1, a lot of late inning heroics. I just look at these teams and I'm like, okay, is the Jekyll and Hyde? What are we going to see from the Warbirds in Game 3? Are they going to continue to struggle? And the Night Owls are going to get to, they're going to, if they get a 3-game sweep here,
they're in it.
They get to 20-22. They're
right, and then the ones play
back.
the Cajuns, and there might be a flip-flop next week. Anything could happen. Let me ask you a question.
All right.
Will a team score 4 runs this game?
If the Warbirds score 4 runs, they win the game. I don't think that the Night Owls, regardless of Dalbey, Mercio's having a great game, but it's been the Sean Mercio show. He has 6 hits. He has more hits by himself in the last 2 games than the Warbirds do combined.
Oh, man. You're throwing the smack down right now, and you're not a guy that usually does that.
Let's Jekyll and Hyde.
You're getting chippy. Here we go, game number 3, Loman versus Burner, and this should be a single.
Right? It's been a single to start the game.
Just put him on first base. As we're 5 viewers away from 500, make sure you come on over TikTok to get yourself a little bit of this Twitch production. Game number 3 is the start. Should be a good one. The Night Owls looking for a sweep. The Warbirds looking to take one from the Night Owls as Loman throws a 51-mile-an-hour floater that Burner goes after.
You can hear him talking in the Warbirds dugout. Like, you had some college baseball players in there that are just struggling to put bat on ball.
Good pitch by Loman. That's such a nasty curve, man.
So he's not the same as Levi, but similar arm slot, similar stuff as far as that big breaking curveball, slider, whatever you want to call it from the lefty. And he just keeps on the outside pipe. It's hard to reach.
Loman's going to have to speed it up as Dodos gets on finally as he was talking him. Oh, and he goes, I'm number 11. Oh, no.
That's
wait, he's number 12. He's number 12. He thought he was number 11. Oh, no.
I love Jim. I love Jim so much. He's such a good dude.
He was so mad at that wiffle ball as Mayo on deck. And he goes left side, and the Warbirds immediately going after the Cookie Monster, Kyle Loman.
No, and here's the dangerous hitter, James Perez. What a great pitch. But taking one for the team there. Now one for him. KJ LaCroix getting a start in the 5-hole here.
I like it. He's a power hitter.
Runs into it. Again, probably hits about 215, 220. But slugs way over that. A lot of damage when he makes contact.
Spinner. This is going to be tough for Levi. Finally gets it for out number 3. No damage done. A lot of RPMs on that wiffle ball as we're going to go into the bottom of the first. And I got to say, just based off body language, some of my neuro-linguistic programming skills that I took in college tells me that the Night Owls are going to win this game as some of the softer tones of purple and blue out there in our sunset. So we went from oranges, then we went to like pinks and lavenders, and now we're in like the tones of blues and deeper purples.
Yeah, I love Las Vegas. Lived here a long time, so just beautiful sunsets here, just like anywhere else. But they're special to us because they're desert, just different.
So you, like me, know that this is probably the windiest season that we've had maybe in 20 years. I've lived here a long time, a lot of traveling as well, but since I've been here as a kid, I know March and April are always windy because the seasons are changing and the weather temperatures are changing, so I understand that. But this deep into May, and like 3 weeks straight, it's been windy.
Yeah, 3 weeks straight it's been windy. It's going to be in the 50s tonight. So, I mean, it's just... It's a weird spring / rolling into summer. Usually it's 100 degrees, and it's going to be that this weekend. I think it's going to get into the high 90s this weekend. So,
Brad, before you get too cold, why don't you try to get TikTok over here as we have eclipsed 500 viewers, but we need more.
TikTok, you're watching one screen. You're seeing Dan Pickering, but who's playing third base? You guys don't know. You can't see that it's Matty Levine. And
who's on third?
Yeah, you can't you can't see who's out there. You can barely see half of the container. So much action happens left of this camera angle and to the right of the camera angle. You're missing so much.
You can't even see
over.
the center field, left fielder, right fielder. Our camera equipment is spot on. When he's zooming in, the Skycam operator, Gio Battistoni, who deposited a ball really far into right field last night.
I don't think it's landed yet.
Sheesh. He's got a smooth swing. He's running Skycam tonight, and him and the guys in the dungeon, if you take a look down low. Tom, you're in control of that. Tom? Unbelievable, dude. He's in control of it.
I don't know if Tom's ever in control.
Oh, my God.
The outfield had
Anyhow,
a poolside hot tub.
I'm glad that they're enjoying their iced teas down there.
I know. I got my water.
Holy cow, Brad. Here's Levi Lawrence. I wish that's going to fly a long way, but Dodo's right there. I wish we could do an instant replay of Chris Coleman's reaction in the dungeon right there. It was awesome. Good piece of hitting by Levi, but Dodo's kind of doing a scouting report. Also has wheels. Gets that out as Randy Dalbey up. Yeah, look at that. Dodos was batting .452, I think, if that's who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Now he's dropped to .434. That's how good he is. You could have a humongous hitless streak or, not do so well in a series, and you're still well over 400.
Yeah, he's been having a monster season. If he could play the Legends more, he'd have a higher batting average.
Man.
Wow, we got 600,000 wiffle points bet on this game.
That's an incredible amount of wiffle ball points going into game number 3. I wonder if most of the action is going to be on the Night Owls right here.
No, it's about 300 to 325. So, I mean, it's a pretty even bet here.
Oh, wow. As Dan Pickering gets Randy on a strikeout. He's been off his game a little bit. I don't know if he has a hit.
Yeah, Pickering, I mean, we've had this discussion before. We think he's kind of a 4A pitcher, not really a third starter.
Yeah.
Kind of just change the speed, big, long arm motion, and kind of snaps at it. But, he was 0-7, I think, 0-5 coming into this game with an ERA over 7. Trombley, relegation means bottom 2 teams in the league have to play in a relegation tournament against challengers to maintain their spot in the league. It's kind of how the Vaders got in. They won their way into the league, and now they're one of the best teams in the league. They came from the Taco League, so the minor league teams can challenge the 2 lowest rated teams 9 and 10, at the end of the season.
Uh-oh. Oh, man, that was his pitch right there. And Sean knows he should have slammed that out to center field. But instead, it's going to be a full count. He goes back to his swing right there, keeping it tight. Man, look at that. Tanik putting out some numbers. Chen with 25, Mateo 24, Eder and Ethan each with 21 home runs.
Yeah, you've got
Kyle,
great walk.
Kyle got one off me last night, but not Ibarra.
Kyle Eder's the best pitcher in the league because he hit CK's bat twice.
Yeah. You're right. Here's Nick Davila up 2 outs. And he needs to get something going. And he does, left side. And there we go. No balls through the legs of a Warbird right there. And Pickering gets out, no damage done. Gito, 1, 2, 3. I see you in TikTok. I'm going to tell you right now, there are thousands and thousands and thousands, actually almost 23,500 followers on Twitch that have made the right choice. You're in good hands when you come over to Twitch, as you're going to watch some of the best production, multiple camera angles. We got dungeon cams. We got sky cams. Do a roll through with me right now, Tom. We got dungeon cam. We got sky cam. We got us cam, which is whatever.
GoPro cam.
GoPro. We got center field cam. And what else? What's the other cam?
I have no what the other cam is. What is the other cam?
That cam.
That cam. There you go. The GoPro.
The other GoPro.
The other GoPro. So the GoPro field level. Got the booth cam. Sky cam. With our man Gio
They did this trilogy last night or something where they had all the cams up at once. It was an amazing, amazing. Look at this.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. The trilogy. You know what? Usually trilogies aren't that great in movies, but the PLW trilogy is one of the best. Notice that Tom put his camera as the biggest one on that trilogy.
Well, yeah, he's got the biggest head. Coleman's down there.
Matt Patricus up to bat. Finally, Coleman comes alive. Remember, preseason, he got drafted, and he was all about dingers and home runs, or dingers and strikeouts.
We saw we saw plenty of strikeouts. Now we've seen the
finally
dingers.
got those dingers going. One, 2 count. Here in the top of the second. Nothing really brewing the first. When have the runs been scored for these teams? Like 5th or 6th inning, right?
So 5th inning, 1st inning last game.
Yeah.
And then the 5th inning, 6th inning, and the 6th inning.
Yeah, a lot of late action as Patricus goes down. So nothing really brewing for these teams right now in the early onset of these games. Oh, comes with a 56 slider in the turf. Buck goes after it, goes down 0-2. And he just needs to go back to his regular patient ways he was last series. And that's going to go off his tibula, but Zoe makes the play anyway.
Always make the play, you never know.
Yeah, no sparkles tonight, I don't believe. That's probably why we don't have any controversy. Our stream team is Shane Weber down on first base.
Yep. Shane Weber at first. We got Cody Runnels at umpire 2, which is right here next to the booth, looking down the third base line. Looks like GK had to head out, so we don't have no third base umpire.
Look at Runnels rocking that buck burner jerky.
That's right.
And then we got the
Gio Battistoni up in the sky cam.
GK Rabbit, I believe we have on third base side.
Gio.
There's our boy. And we got GK Rabbit on the third base side? Or
no, he had to leave. I don't see him.
It was good to see him. But there's Kirby Bucket, and that's basically part of GK. So anytime we mention GK, I guess we could just mention Kirby Bucket as Dodos goes to 2-2.
And then we got Tom Gannon and CK44, Chris Coleman down in the dungeon.
They're doing it. There they are once again. Yeah, Dodos. Rough night. But when you're a caliber player like that, you have to shake it off because you know that you're going to be needed your next couple at-bats, if not 2 or 3 more.
Yeah.
So somebody like that could go 3 for 3 with 2 home runs to end his night.
I mean, he's probably still got at least 2 at-bats. If they get a couple of hits, he's got 3 more at-bats tonight to do damage. So you can't get down. You got to understand that this is a 6-inning game. And with a 6-man lineup, a couple of hits, you're going to get 4 or 5 at-bats in a game.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing is? I remember, I think there was a couple times last night where we rolled the lineup over and I made an out already, and I was like, I don't want to be the guy to make 2 outs in an inning. Luckily, I didn't do it. But that's always a painful thing to do is when you already made an out and then you get up again and you make another one. But thankfully, I avoided that carnage.
I've done that one time in softball. I made all 3 outs in an inning.
Man.
And I wasn't trying to make any of the outs, but I made 3 outs in 1 inning.
Did you hit the ball solid, though?
Yeah, twice I did, and once
No, not so good.
not so good. But I think I still paying beer for that. I think I still owe my team beer for that.
Yeah, that's got to be like, what? Yeah, I mean, that's a lifelong flow.
Yeah, you're just, when you see the guy, oh, yeah, I got you. Wow, 670 wiffle ball points.
70,000?
670.
Lot. Wow. 326 on the Warbirds, 352 on the Night Owls. This is an amazing, amazing amount of wiffle ball points on each team right now. As you know, a lot of these people are trying to accumulate enough for hoodies and signed jerseys, as they've been watching season after season as Lohman goes down on a 55-mile-an-hour ball from Pickering. And, you know, we flash those types of things when people, you know, I Am Jake has a Dodos trench wiffle ball on his mantle in his house. There's you sent one out to Dragon Lady signed jersey by the Legends. I know there's
Red Devil 9. We got him at Stevenson jersey. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about supporting the viewers and the PLW Nation. If they want it, I spend the points. I'll send it.
Yeah, and then they, you know, take a picture. They could get on our websites and kind of acknowledge what is going on right here. And you start to, after a while, start to have your favorite team and then start to have your favorite players.
Yeah.
Just like any other sport, you're just going to start liking who you like and disliking who you dislike. And look at that. Yeah, Sean Allen, he's got a trench ball. I think I signed that on camera as Pickering again gets Logan Christie.
Bruce Huson ball. No pain. Bruce Huson ball on his desk. Love it. Oh.
I wonder if I don't know, man. I'm not an umpire. I think Buck should make the call. And Renejo, that's right,
I couldn't tell.
has a ball. I heard Tink.
I heard
don't know
Tink, but I couldn't see it.
And Pickering really dancing around that strike zone right now.
Oh, come on.
Is it going to go? Will it have enough? No, Tyler
He
Walensky.
said, come on, wind, right when he hit it.
And look, Cal, he's got my Trench Vipers hat when we swept the Legends swept the Vipers. I put our sweep under the bill. I also put Adam Tannick. I think he was 0 for 6 against Old Trenchy.
Oh yeah, it was a good night for us. It's kind of the turning point in our season, kind of got us all fired up, and we've been pushing that playoff envelope ever since. These two teams fighting.
Remember I threw that huge Ephus pitch to Tannick? My first pitch to him, I thought he was going to launch it into outer space. But I went full co-ed on him.
Exactly.
We've had a lot of good battles in our careers. A lot of fun we have here in PLW. All these guys are boys. We play a lot. We practice a lot. Try to learn from each other. Try to get better. It's not only each team and each player, but just as a league, as a whole. We're trying to make it as watchable as possible, as competitive as possible for every one of our fans that tunes in.
Yeah. Tannick. Brandon having a tough night at the plate. Another strikeout looking.
Look at the other marksman coming over from just a viewer. I love it. First time he's going to watch enough to get that signed ball. Get your favorite player as James Perez goes right side. Is he going to have enough to get to the fence? No. Levi is there. But James Perez, after trying to be a hero with that 2-run shot last game, is starting it up with 1 out as KJ LaCroix up to bat right now.
Storm Glider checking in.
Gotta love Storm Glider. And the other marksman came from TikTok. Marksman, real quick, after this pitch, how much better is Twitch than TikTok? Let them know. Go back over there and say, listen, peeps, do the do. Randy tries to go finger ball right there. And look at that. Sean Allen says the Dragon Lady gave him his first sub.
Yeah. She's known to give out subs.
I mean, I think a lot of people have gotten their first sub from Dragon Lady.
I've got a couple of subs from some viewers that on my phone I don't have the subs on my phone. I have got two different accounts. Oh, ground ball to
Sean
Mercy.
to Kyle. He's going to make a quick throw. Goes curveball. Misses the center panel. Thanks, Storm Glider. Tried to do best I could. Ran into Eder and Tanner back-to-back, though. It's hard to get through that lineup without giving up some solo shots,
They're
man.
so good. They're such a good team. Such a good hitting team.
Trickus up to bat. One runner on. 2 outs. Did that hit foam? It was also 56. Doesn't matter.
If you see what you like tonight, understand every team that you watch tonight is going to play the same team, flip-flop homes, and they're going to play again next week.
They're going to look for an easy play. Lohman touches the bag. And this is, man, I got to tell you, this is probably one of the faster 3-game sets that we've seen in a minute. What time is it?
It's 8 o'clock. It's 10 after 8, and we're in the bottom of the third.
466 viewers hanging out with us on a Wednesday night. I want to go and talk right now about tomorrow night. We have the Lightning at the Snappers. And this is a big matchup for the Snappers as they're sitting at 21-18. The Vipers did what they needed to do. They won their series 2 out of 3. The Legends, we tried to do that. We only took 1. And then the Snappers sitting at 21-18. They're going to try to take care of business versus a Lightning WIFFLE club right now, a little bit in disarray. But they're going to try to do the best they can. As when I was talking to Sparkles, Chad Phillips, they said they've lost like 12 one-run games and like 6 two-run games. So they make it exciting, no doubt. And then on Friday night, a big time matchup, not only for first place ranks. The ones are going to try to overtake the Vaders for first place. But the Cajuns sitting on the outside looking in on the playoffs right now is in a very big series. And as Legends, we're probably going to be rooting for the ones to sweep right there to keep the Cajuns at bay. And then next week, again, all the teams flip-flop that were played this week. All these games are going to be at multiplied meaningful.
Yes. And after
I
next
couldn't
week,
find better words than that.
And after next week, you only got 3 series. So you only got 3 series left. And everybody's road's a little different, but these 2 weeks are really going to define who's playoff pretenders and who's contenders.
Yeah, I was talking to Tanik yesterday, and the Legends, they have one of the toughest ones to go through. We had to go through the Vaders, then we have to play the ones to finish off. Oh, big crush to the left side by Randy. But the Vipers, I think they play the 8th, 9th, and 10th teams after the Bombers, so they got a little bit easier of a way. So that if there was betting odds right now, it'd probably go through the Vipers to catch a playoff spot going into the finale. And watch out for those Snappers as well.
Yeah, Snappers. I think there's only 1 spot available, and there's 3 teams fighting for 1 spot. I think that the Snappers and the Sand Vipers are in, not because they don't deserve it, but their schedule's a little bit more favorable. Fly out to Jim Dodos, but it's the Bombers, the Cajuns, and ourselves are playing for
that 5th spot.
That 5th spot.
Yeah, I think so too. We had a rough go against the Cajuns. We got swept there. That hurt us.
1-5. Yeah, 1-5. But if we finish tied with them, they have the tiebreaker. But against the Bombers, we went 3-3 against them. So that one will come down to run differential, I believe. And
yeah, what about the Night Owls if they sweep right here?
Well,
and then they play the Warbirds again. Yeah. What if they sweep again?
Well, but if they end up if they only win the 2 and go 2-4.
Yeah, if they win right here, they'll have the same record as the Bombers.
Yeah, but I mean, they've scored 3 runs.
Okay, we'll just end it on that. As Sean, 3 flags, Merciel is up 1-2.
Or 4 runs, excuse me.
That's not going to be enough when you're in the playoffs as he takes a man hack on that one. It's going to remain 1-2.
if you were going to bet wiffle ball points on a team that, least likely has the competitive edge, it'd probably be the Owls. But if they could get their bats going because they're pitching, especially when Stein is in the mix, they don't need to score a lot.
Yeah, attendance is their issue, but they knew that going in. So they're just trying to get, if they get to the tournament, they just want to get invited to the show. If they get there, their pitching's as good as anybody's. That's what they're banking on, because everybody should be playoff eligible.
Yeah. Looks like we got PC Chan coming over from TikTok.
Yeah, and Warheads, yes, if you subscribe to the channel, you pay the $4.99 or you sign up with Amazon Prime, they'll send you a notification every day to let you know that there is a game coming on.
Nick Davella looking at 1-1, and that's a good pitch to hit, but he takes that a bit early. 1-2 count here in the bottom of the third. Let me ask you, Brad, and also the fans at home, how long do you go Pickering right here? Do you put him in the fourth inning if he gets out of this, or do you go to Patricus? Do you go to Dodos? Do you go to Buck?
I don't think you let him go 4 times through the lineup.
Why not? He gets a strikeout right there, and Nick having a tough go at it tonight. Look at that. Scoop Daddy saying Twitch is so much better than TikTok, as we know. And if you could hear that, TikTok, every single person that comes over from that platform wishes they came over just a bit earlier, because this is the real deal, as we're going to go into the top of the fourth. Donuts all around, as Levi Lawrence is going to be on the mound. Another lefty for the Night Owls. He really did a good job. Other than that one bad pitch to Perez, he had 7 Ks looking.
Yeah, he was highly effective, other than the one, I would just call it a cute pitch. He tried to get cute and got paid for it.
Yeah, you can't do cute pitches. Watch out! Sheesh. 3 flags going after the Legends crew right here, and that would have knocked out about 25% of our team.
Right? Dark Hey also saying Twitch better than TikTok.
Yep, I'm just going to keep saying that every time somebody comes over from TikTok. I don't care if it's 1,000 times a night. That just means we're doing a great job. It's Buck Burner up to bat right now, and he goes all the way home. Buck Burner. That was right in his wheelhouse. Watch. Bang.
Yeah. Again, he's on fire. A lot of swings and misses early in the day, but he's found it, and he's hitting the ball where. And there's the traditional handshake.
Yeah.
Warbirds handshake.
That's classy. I like that.
Everybody's got a little different. Ours is, act like you've done it before.
I like it. And it's just like, looks cool, too. Like, very professional.
I think I'm going to get a cane.
We need a cane.
Or a walker.
And some, what's that stuff, the hot stuff you put on your muscles?
Icy hot.
Yeah, we need that and a cane. And I think that should be our home run dance. A lot of people talking about the ones invaders going to run into each other. Good play by Sean. Just needs to square up and make the throw, as he does. I think the Vaders were a little bit exposed last night. After Billy, it kind of took a turn for the worse, but they did win that series.
Yeah, their guys did. They did what they had to do to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say enough about how good the series was. I'd like to have had a different result, but they did what they had to do to win 2 of those games.
And that's what you need to do in this league, as Brandon Mayo looking at an 0-2 pitch, and he goes right side into the dugout, and you better be careful. Jeez. A lot of people are saying that might have been why I'm mad that you traded me back into the Night Owls swing. 1-2 count. Kind of a defensive swing right there for Mayo. Smart play.
Other marksmen, they're just placeholders, so it's kind of over the line. Think of over the line. Base hit through the infield on the ground is a single. If it hits the wall, it's a double.
Right to Kyle. Should make an easy play right here. Fires it into the middle of the backstop for out number 2.
Fence in the air would be a triple. Home run, obviously a home run. And then right side goes first to third. We have dirty doubles where infielders get a hand on it. And it only limits them to bases. But yeah, base running is predetermined based on where the hit goes, except for fly balls with a man on third and less than 2 outs. That's the only base running you have in PLW.
Yeah, I don't think people are talking about the Vipers enough. I know they have a little of a pitching issue after Gannon, but their bats are so huge that they're going to score runs on you.
Yeah, it's just, can they get again? Everybody has an ace. Everybody seems to have an ace. Adam Tannick needs to figure get his back to where he was last season. He was almost unhittable going down the stretch last season.
Yeah, if he could figure that out once more, they'd be deadly. But they kind of remind me a little bit about the Vaders. Kind of both big bats, a little bit of a drop-off after one as Perez is looking at a full count right now. Good pitch, but a little bit outside. But their bats are just so huge they could explode for 6, 7 in an inning, and then you're just down. And if they could get you, and if you're playing Tom, of course you're right back in the dugout a minute and a half later, scoring another 4 or 5.
Yeah, but that's one game. Like you said, I mean, these playoff series are going to be 3-game series, so it's just like a normal night. And the championship game's 5-game series, so you've got to plan out your day. I mean, everybody's got their ace: Chin, Gannon, Santiwan. For us, Taravella. I mean, everybody has their guy. Who's going to be the 2 or 3 guy that gets it?
Levi, good pitch right there. It's going to bring the count to 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner on, James Perez took a walk. And that's probably going to ice him for another reverse K. His, 8th of the night?
Yeah, it's quite significant. He's been dealing very.
That's almost 3 full innings of not even swinging the bat.
So it's a big breaking ball, and I would say outside pan. It looks like it's a foot outside of what your normal plate is, and he's bringing it probably from another 18 to 24 inches out. So, he's making that ball break 2 feet, 3 feet, and hitting the pan, and it's unhittable almost for right-handed hitters if they don't adjust and move closer to that outside half.
Yeah. And Dan Pickering, once again, on the mound. Curious about this. Usually once you like we've said, maybe not, in that tier 1 category as a pitcher, and then teams could start to see it a little bit better. I'm kind of in the same realm of that, where after that, like right around that 4th inning, teams kind of see me a little bit better. And, we want him to do well. Hopefully he does if you're a Warbirds fan and if you're on the Warbirds team. But we'll see how this plays out for these guys right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him get through another inning here because I think Mayo has 2 innings left. So if he gets through this inning, Mayo could finish. So they need to but they have a lead now. They need to extend. They need to stop him here and get back in the dugout.
I think I just saw Jim Dodos do like a cartwheel with a half twist backflip. I wonder if he was a cheerleader.
I don't know. We're Sub-Zero. Let us know.
Love Sub-Zero, man. Jim Dodo's wife, Sabrina, an absolute animal in the co-ed department. Oh, man, goes after that high floater. And Kyle not happy with that one at all. Hopefully J-Lo was watching Seinfeld as he was up during that at-bat. Logan takes an inside pitch. Wow. 0-2 count. Pickering dealing. He's really getting these guys off their front foot swinging, and that's never a good recipe to get a solid contact. Look how early these guys are swinging as Levi Lawrence hops in the box. Right now, I guess if you're a Warbirds fan, you're like, come on, let's get out of here. Let's see if we could get Mayo on the bump, or maybe they go another inning with Pickering is dealing.
So it's that big, long arm motion, and then comes out of the hand.
Oh, Levi knows that. That should have been gone. And Tyler double bobbles, goes Raiden on it with some move right there. Watch this. Woo! Listen, as it gets colder, your hands tighten up, the ball gets harder, and it kind of just go off you like that. Thankfully for him, he caught that. You could see the transition of winter defense and then summer defense. When it's winter ball, I always collapse on people normally just in case that happens, but it's less likely to happen in the warmer weather. Your hands are a little softer, the ball's a little softer. But when it gets cold, when things tighten up, your muscles, your fingers, the ball's harder, it could bounce off a lot easier.
Yeah.
Got to collapse on those guys.
Yeah, it's just, again, and bare hands, hard plastic, and sometimes this ball's spinning so much on a glove you don't notice it. You just put that glove up and the ball kind of gets trapped in that leather and doesn't spin around. Here, that ball hits your hands in the wrong spot, and with so much spin, sometimes it's going to just ricochet out of your hand.
Yeah, especially on a high fly ball. You're moving, it's dancing up there, and you're tracking back. Very difficult sometimes to grab a wiffle ball out of thin air. Point blank saying, yo, is there a wiffle ball league in Florida? One day, point blank.
Well, I know Tom Gannon can give you the heads up. He's a wiffle ball savant, plays all over the country.
I bet you Gannon knows of a wiffle ball league out there right now.
And yes, this is the major league. Well, this is our top league. Premier League is the top league that we have here at PLW.
3-2, good pitch by Levi right now. Both these teams are just dealing. Very rare. Whoa! Oh, man, watch this replay, guys. I wish we had... That was the craziest looking thing ever. It's like he
just
whipped it out there.
Rolled right up the bat, and he slung it out there. It happens all the time here. When that ball hits in on the hands, the plastic ball kind of rolls up the bat and slings out the right field.
Gannon, did you see that? Man. Barely misses outside. So we got the All-American on 2. No outs here in the top of the 5th. The Warbirds trying to do something.
No youth games, Chippy. We are a 21 and over league. And Law Dog tomorrow will be the Snappers and the Lightning.
Big series for the Snappers, and they're forming Voltron as we speak, man. Their team is just getting better and better. And they've won, 8 out of 9 or 9 in a row or something?
Well, Taylor Briner's back to full strength. You got Shane Weber probably back about 6 months too early from his knee surgery, but Brandon Gregg has become an elite pitcher. J-Dub has found his offense, and the rookie Ryan Murphy has found it. He is hitting for power, hitting for average. It's great.
I was talking to J-Dub last night, Jonathan Wilson, on the Snappers, and he was saying that his boy, Taylor Briner, should be MVP. He's like the MVP because without Taylor Briner on the Snappers, where do you think they would be?
They'd be under sub 500, in my opinion. He does so much for them, and offensive, defensively, pitching. And he hasn't pitched hardly at all.
So I'm saying, if you took away his pitching, his hitting, and just his presence.
Yeah. Calming presence, kind of just a leader quietly.
But I'm saying when he's in the box, though, because he's the 3-time MVP and he can hit a ball anywhere and he just crushes it, you got to pitch different to him sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's a debate we could have at another time as Jim Dodos up to bat, 2 runners on, no outs here in the top of the 5th.
Bearded Vet, reach out on social media. Shoot the commissioners in the chat. Reach out.
Dodos to the left side. Sean's going to have to hurry. Man, he roped that.
But it goes to second and third. Second and third. Mayo is up.
Right now, a clean single scores 2 runs rather than just 1. So good piece of hitting to advance the runners there as they couldn't get a force out on third. And that's going to score 2 runs. Brandon Mayo. opens up a little bit of the floodgates for the Warbirds.
Yep, and there you go. Now we're seeing the Warbirds a little bit, so that's them getting to 3 runs.
Jimmy Perez up to bat. Still 1 out. Brandon Mayo. Good pitch, a little bit hot. And I told you Tom knew not a good swing by Perez right there, high and tight. Knows he needs to do better than that. There's Tampa Bay Wiffle and Sarasota Wiffle. You could see how much a wiffle ball moves. That Perez made a move to that, and it was about a 4-foot ball on the outside. That was a nasty pitch. Lucky he didn't rise any more than that. Good pitch. He's going to be right there. They're going to try to turn. Lohman tries to set him up with a running throw right there, but that's just going to get the force out at 2. 2 outs here. So 2 outs here at the top of the 5th. That's KJ LaCroix up to bat right now. I think Chief Keef wins the MVP comment of the night.
We don't know what that was, Keith.
What was that? It all started with that Patricus slingshot.
Yeah.
Man, that's very, very rare. As that's going to get through and move Perez to second as the Warbirds coming alive here in the top of the 5th. As Matt Patricus up again. He started this inning with the slingshot double to the right side. Now he's up again.
Can he blow this game open?
Look at New York Tony. Right? Saying, wish I found this sooner on Twitch. I love it. Yeah, we know.
We know.
Welcome to PLW Nation. You're locked in now. Probably see you about 3 to 5 nights a week.
I don't know. Shane's not wearing the shirt. He's got the shirt. Everybody loves PLW. They just don't know it yet. He's got that shirt.
And every night we just keep growing and growing. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime and you're a person that wants to subscribe to this channel, it's free.
Yeah, use it.
Yeah, I mean, just to have no commercials is such a huge deal. It is so annoying to be watching and then a commercial pops up. Not even a good commercial. It's nothing that you would ever buy, purchase, or go to the store for.
Yeah, I don't need insurance.
Like, come with something at least that I'm going to be like, bait me a little bit.
Did he say bait me? Bait me a little bit. And there's a walk.
Bases, juiced.
For Buck.
For old Buckaroo. And bang, Storm Glider says, yo, Tony, welcome to the show. And he's going to be telling the boys about it. Another one, JR 166. Excellent presentation. You know what we need to have? And I'm going to run this by GK. This is one of my great ideas. You ready?
Hit me with it.
I think we should have a graphic that says PLW in the middle. And then you know how like there's movie trailers? Mm-hmm. I'll get to it in a second. Big spot, 1-2 count. Nasty pitch. Gets out of a huge jam, but the damage done. It could be like PLW. And then behind it, in a more faded words, it could be like best presentation, great production. I'm so glad I came here from TikTok. Love this, like in all different, words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And look at Storm Glider gifting New York Tony the sub.
Nobody liked that idea, huh? I love it. It should do that. Dallas, don't draw. Gifting subs as well to Luke. Storm Glider going off. We are really, really doing it up here. Game 3, bottom 5. The Owls need to come alive right here if they want to get those broomsticks out.
And they stick with Pickering. What's up, Buff?
Wow.
I am
Joka Killer from TikTok. Welcome. You're part of PLW Nation. If you got Amazon Prime, lock it down. Free subscription on Twitch. Make it happen.
This is Pickering looking good. So
Hey, chat police, man. We gotta market ourselves a little bit. We want better quality stuff. We gotta talk about it.
Well, if you call this playing, I mean, what do we got? 8 runs scored all night? Come on.
Here's Randy. We definitely didn't grow this by not talking about it. Chat police. 0-2 count, bottom 5. Randy quiet all night. It's a good matchup for him. And that is going to be a clean shot. And KJ barely misses it. Good time to get a hit right there. Sean, 3 flags. Mercil up to bat as JR. You know what's up. Subscribe, tier 1. It just got real quiet. Good layoff by Sean right there. Look at that. A hype train's coming in the bottom of the 5th of the 3rd game. Wow. That's what happens when you pump it up. The train comes. And you know I love being the conductor.
And NYC Tony goes right back and gifts a sub. Welcome to the nation.
That's how you do it. That's a pay-it-forward move right there. Total MVP of the chat right now. NYC Tony, 15.
Yes, King, you can get anything you want autographed. But the hoodies are in black, so...
Boom. All aboard. Hype train coming in hot. That's going to be a double if it hits, and it's going to clear the bases, and it does, and the Night Owl's on board. Nobody out, and 3 flags is doing it all by himself.
It feels like that. He's doing it great.
Here comes the hype train. And listen, we're not only just a sports network and a sports channel. We're basically therapy. We're counseling. We save relationships. We get people out of relationships. All sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, we've got him.
Jim Dodos married his wife right here, Hideaway Field. We do everything, Brad.
Yeah.
And we were saying we were a little bit worky. And look at this. Tanik starts off the hype train with 5 tier 1 subs. And he's feeling it. Listen, Tanik's dropped about like 30 or 40 pounds.
J-Lo just gives us a... There we go.
So he's feeling it. He's feeling light. He's feeling good. He's feeling clean. And J-Lo, she goes top heavy. And Hito says, that's all great and all, Tanik, but I'll just drop a dime on you and give 10 more. It is going off right here. It's like a Studio 54. I'm waiting for that spoon to drop.
All right, Kyle Lohman needs to clock in today. 2 strikeouts in this game.
Yeah, now that his wife is watching J-Lo in the house, watching her man Schmoopy. Takes a deep shot. Dodo's right there. Somebody dropped 25.
2 outs.
We're already level 5. We've completed it. We already completed the hype train.
Already?
It's a done deal. That might be the fastest completed hype train in PLW history. That is a historical night. I want to thank each and every one of you. Amazing. Legends take over up top. Stream team doing what they do. And a great game number 3. Great series. As Logan goes through, off his chest, Patricus is going to have to make a play. And he does. And that's going to end the inning. But the Owls do score 1 to close the gap just a little bit.
3-1. 3-1, top of 6. Here we go.
We're going to get all sorts of emotes.
Yeah, all sorts.
I love it. It goes from like level 5 emote to level 4, level 3. As
116% until the clock runs out.
That's what I'm talking about. They go crazy, some of the... When there's a mixture of certain people in the chat, it's like a hurricane meets a volcano and it just explodes.
Yeah, you got Dragon Lady, Hito, Tanik, J-Lo,
GK
J-Lo. Rabbit. And Kyle Lohman going back to the bump.
I like this move right here. Get him off. He went right after Dodos.
The two golfing buddies.
I do. Buck Burner says.
Buck Burner gifts a sub from the bench.
From the bench.
Hello. Welcome to the game, boys and girls.
These guys love watching the chat when they're playing. Don't get me wrong. All these guys checking their phones, seeing what people are saying about them. It's a lot of fun. And here we go. It's just me. Dodos is right. He gets turned over once again. Zoe makes a throw. Easy out. Tough series for Jim Dodos right there as Brandon Mayo up to bat. Inside pitch.
It looks like we might have a Harley. Is that a Harley sighting? Did he get to finally change his...
Yeah, like a few days ago.
Nice.
163% level 3-5. Can we just complete more levels? As Brandon Mayo goes the most dead center ball I've ever seen as a home run. If you put that on the line at the middle of home plate to the middle of center field, it might have wiggled a couple inches. Man, he's good.
There's the handshake. We love it. Probably one of the better jerseys in the league. Some of the better apparel. 2-color hats, 2-color uniforms. The handshake. This is a team that's trying to get their swagger back.
Just winging it, comes in. Well, with Eternal also coming in. First-time chat guys. Probably coming over from TikTok as James Perez takes a swing and a miss. Love seeing this. We are really blowing up late here at Hideaway Field. Top of the 6th. Warbirds already tacked on 1. Up 4-1 now. Yeah, Storm Glider, I agree with you. That handshake is dealing. I love it. It's just like a super flex, but you're like not flexing. Back to Lohman. It's going to be easy play right here. Lines up the balls. Hits dead center for out. Number 2. Beaver Inspector. Loving it. And some of these guys, follow me on Instagram. We're like friends now.
Yeah.
See what's going on in their life. They got children. They're going to the movies. All sorts of different stuff. It's KJ. Watch Sean. Woo! Air mails that one. And that's what happens when, as we've talked about before, in wiffle ball time, in wiffle years, it's like 1 second's like 3 seconds. When you hit off, a carom comes to you, you think you don't have enough time. Your brain's going quick movements, and bam, airmail. And basically, 3 flags had a perfect night going up until that moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm always screaming from the bench. Plenty of time, because then you don't rush. You take your time. If you make a good throw, you've got a lot of time. I mean, it's less than a second to get the ball home.
Yeah, Big McCracken says, I'm going 5 top. Gifting subs all around. And you got to remember, when all these people are gifting subs, those people that are receiving them, that's it. They are locked in.
Yeah.
When you receive one, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
As Lohman goes outside, brings the count to 2-2. And look at our emotes. It looks like we got some kind of dinosaur face, gaping dinosaur mouth, only visible to you. And that's going to be a walk. Good work by number 51, Matt Petrikis. I always like to say his name like it's a robot. Matt Petrikis.
Matt Petrikis. And we say it wrong. It's Petrikis.
McCuddley. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Buck takes Nichols on the outside pan for strike number 2. And it looks like we got some kind of turtle. David Harley's going to like that. A little birthing of a little baby tortoise, baby turtle. Outside ball, 1-2. Look at that. Tony got gifted. Now I'll never leave. And we're hoping that pay it forward attitude, when he gifted that person, they'll never leave. And if everybody did that,
Yep.
we'll have 100,000 viewers in a matter of weeks. Oh, good piece of hitting by Buck. It's going to move Petrikis over to second. And the Warbirds. And Dodos is saying, can I even hit a wiffle ball anymore? He's questioning himself.
Well, I don't think he should question himself.
You never have to do that when you're an elite player like that. I think Dodos is one of those people that when he takes like a week off, it takes him like a week to get back in the groove. I wouldn't be surprised if he waits on a hanging curveball from Loman and plants one over the container.
Yeah, just sit back, go Oppo.
Yeah, Just Cloud's right. Emots are love. Oh, man. Animal attack swing right when Dodos attacks. Don't forget, I believe we like raid. Somebody plays like PLW gaming. Tom, what's it down there? Put it in that other chat for me. Oh, nasty curve by Loman right there. Couldn't tink. Just tell me what to say. Works the count to 3-2 now, full count. About your PLW gaming. And he takes a walk right there, and it's going to load the bases, and the Night Owls are in trouble to get blown up right here, but there are 2 outs, and they're going to have to go to. They're looking around for people, and it looks like Dave Seifert comes out of the bullpen. Looks like he just robbed somewhere.
Did he just rob the 7-Eleven up the street?
I did see him had a duffel bag.
Well, no raid tonight.
No raids tonight.
No streaming tonight. Yeah, because Sean is the guy who does it, and he's playing tonight.
Oh.
What's this?
Look at this. Look at this move.
That'll work.
Watch this diving catch. That's Sean. 3 flags. Oh, and they go into the 13th inning because of that. An unbelievable play. Wow.
I have not been that in-depth in this stuff.
I played video games one time when I was like 8 or 10 years old, and I haven't played since I played Tom last year. He's like, hey, you want to play this game with me? It was some kind of game.
Nintendo.
It was
like I still have original Nintendo, like Super Tecmo Bowl. Like I'm old. I had Super Tecmo Bowl.
I had a Commodore 64, Brad. Commodore 64.
In television.
2-bit. I think it was a 2-bit pixelated.
It's 8-bit, but yeah.
Is it 8-bit? Whatever it wasn't very smooth.
Oh, Dad Bod, Val Kilmer gifting out subs with a 5 spot.
Gotta love our chat tonight. Really going off. And they are deep into their bullpen right now, and you're not going to see. But Dave Seifert, he throws strikes. Brandon Mayo, he deposited the ball last time, and that's going to score a run or 2.
2 runs. Mayo. There we go. Now, this is the team we expected to see. A little bit of swagger. When you get a couple runs, you do that.
Look at that. NYC Tony, make sure you get in touch with Tom Gannon and Sean Merciel. Those guys kind of run that MLB All-Star PL gaming show that they do after hours. Look at that. Just winging it. Had the Montgomery Ward Pong console. That's legit. Ooh. And Dave, normally a very soft-spoken, respectable player, goes after the rookie right there saying, yo, I've been in the league since, like, season 1. He might have been in season 0. Yeah, PLW Gaming. Oh, big shot to Sean. All he has to do is touch 2, and the inning will be over. And the Night Owls
get 4 in that inning, and it's down bottom of the 6th, and you need 6 runs to tie for the Night Owls. A tall mountain to climb, and Pickering goes back to the mound. You're going to try and get a full game.
You got to stick with him now.
Yeah.
You got the lead. He's been dealing. This would be a big-time win for the Piccolo for sure. As the Owls won the first 2 games, kind of getting dismantled here in game number 3.
Yeah, the Night Owls just not a big offensive team. When Stein's here and Dalby's here, Levi's in the lineup, they're a little bit more powerful. And now Merciel's found his bat, so they're going to be a little bit deeper lineup. But, yeah, historically, this is kind of the games that they have. They win 3-2. They win 1-0 with their great pitching and defense. And then when somebody starts hanging a couple crooked numbers on them, it's over.
Yeah. Remember, tomorrow night, Lightning at Snappers. You're going to see the 3-time MVP, Taylor Briner in action with his snappers. They're going to just try to totally quell that lightning storm and sweep those guys and jump into some of the top of the standings here in PLW. Oh, barely goes foul. As you could see, Shane Weber, he'll be playing tomorrow night. And remember, that dude hit a walk-off grand slam with half a kneecap.
I don't even think he had I know his therapist wasn't happy.
He had to get the A-OK from his wife, Emily. And I'm sure she got a nice bouquet of roses for letting him play.
We'll put the poll up and see who's going to get voted in for the booth. Voted on by the viewers.
Oh, why?
And Pickering living at the 50 mile an hour, 51. These guys are used to 55. Huge difference. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, when you haven't seen a guy too much and you're used to certain pitches, and remember, you're only going to see him 3 or 4 times. So it's not like, yeah, it's a whole game, but for you personally, it's only 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they are 1 out away from winning game number 3, and then we'll go to a poll and see who the fans at home want up in the booth. Good pitch, 55. It's amazing what a hit or two will do to your confidence and get you back in the groove.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marcial could be up in the booth. Pickering could be in the booth if he gets this complete game. Get the War Chicken up here.
Uh-oh. Right side. Buck, bobbling. He's going to have to make a throw, and he airmails it. And Brad, and Buck.
The Chad.
There it is. Know what it comes down to? It comes down to when one of our team members bobbles it like that, I don't say have a lot of time. I say square up.
Yeah.
Square up. Because when you don't square up, your arm's flailing out there and you throw a riser. And that's going to cost them possibly ball not carrying right now. And the Warbirds take game number 3.
Pickering throws a complete game, 2 hits, 1 run.
Wow. What a performance by Dan Piccolo Pickering.
So we'll put the poll up. The guys down the booth will kick it down, and we'll find out who they're going to send up.
My money's going to go on 3 flags.
Yeah, 3 flags. 3 flags.
I think he's going to take it.
Loman, Davila. So it's
going to be all 3 flags.
It's all 3 flags. It's over already. 15-3, 20-3, 19. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, first round knockout by 3 flags.
We'll go get him?
Yeah, go get him. We'll get him up in the booth. Watch your head out there, Brad. Oh, it's your knee? Yeah. It's my back, my knee, my neck, and my back. Oh, and the War Chicken's throwing a challenge flag. I love that some first-time chat guys are coming in. I got a nickname for you. You're the Italian-Canadian Frenchman. You're now 3 flags. That's your new nickname.
I like it.
Before anything goes on, say hi to your wife in the chat. She's looking at you right now.
What's up, Hayden? Thank you for watching this late.
I got to tell you, man, she's been a true fan for you in the chat. She's really rooting for you. I know you've had a kind of a so-so season so far. This was kind of a breakout performance for you. What was going on during the series?
Basically just trying to slow down at the plate and breathe. This is with the slow pitch, you can get ahead of yourself really easy and get out on your front foot a lot, and I think that's been happening a lot this season.
Yeah, you had basically a perfect series up until that one you airmailed. You'll hear about that in the chat when you watch this game. You win game 1 with a solo shot. Game 2. What do you do game 2? I think you score the winning run ooff a hit as well.
Yeah, up the middle one. That was a really fun at bat with Maya. We went.
Oh, that's
long.
right. Yeah, that was a few pitches, some foul offs and some defensive swings right there. And then on the defense as well, looks like you guys are gelling. You take 2 of 3. You guys are right back in the mix. You have the same record now as, I think you're 1 game behind the Bombers. Just kind of looking in on that playoff situation. How do you feel about your team going forward?
Oh, well, we got the Warbirds again next week. We're the away team this time. And then after that, we just got to, I think, 2 more series? Or maybe 3 more series to really put on a push and get going, get hot before the playoffs start. And I think if we get into the playoffs, we could be one of the scarier teams. I don't think anyone wants to play us in the playoffs, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, a little bit of offensive struggles. It seems like you guys are having trouble scoring a little bit.
When everybody shows up and everybody hits, we could be better than we've been.
There was one moment Levi was pitching. He throws a cookie to James Perez. What was your emotions there? He's throwing a gem, doing so great, throws a little bit of cookie. James Perez knocks it out right there.
I mean, that pitch worked 4 times earlier in the night, and I think it was just maybe 1 too many and wrong timing with the go-ahead run or whatever it was on first.
Having Levi on the bump, he K'd 8 people looking.
Yeah.
What's it feel like when you've seen somebody like that dealing?
It makes defense a lot easier. It makes the innings roll, and you can get back in and get into a groove hitting, and it really helps your team in way more aspects than you would expect.
Yeah, looking forward, do you see yourselves being one of the contenders out there that could really, really make a push to this?
Yeah, with the addition of Lohman and Zoe, and when Logan gets healthy, and when Dalbey and Stein are in town, I think we could definitely be a contender in this league still.
Yeah, I was talking to Nick DeVille, and he's saying over the course of the next few weeks, it's going to be Stein or Dalbey coming in sometimes a couple times. And I know come playoffs, if you guys do make it in there, you're probably going to have a full steam or full roster of guys, and definitely real scary. And you guys took 2 of 3, and kind of a slow night for Randy and Lohman. Not a lot of offense going right there, and you still took 2 of 3.
They both carried us on the mound from time to time, so they did their part for sure.
Yeah, well, congratulations, man. Great game, man. Great
breakout.
Good. Yeah, I was just saying that.
Something.
It to boost, all you need is that 1 or 2 hits to really boost your confidence as a hitter. On the other side, Dodos kind of had a little bit of an off night, and it could totally reverse your state of mind when you're playing wiffle ball. But it's good to come out of that, when you're in a slump, you slump in wiffle ball, and the leagues aren't. It's only 54 games, and some of these weeks, it's only you get 12 at bats or whatever, and it's a long week ahead to kind of be like, man, I don't get to play for maybe 7 to 10 days, and it could be.
I think that's been the hardest part of the season is the length in between each game is over a week almost every time.
Yeah.
But
all right, man. We'll go celebrate. Thanks so much.
It.
Say hi to your wife one more time.
Thank you, PLW Nation.
I love it. That is Sean, 3 Flags, Merciel, doing it. He really, really puts together a series for his Night Owls. Good addition with that trade, the Mayo trade to the Warbirds. They pick up who'd they pick up? They picked Merciel and
Logan.
Logan. Yeah.
Logan Christie got him as well for Mayo. So they Logan's an arm. He had surgery. He'll be back next season. Merciel's probably one of the top defensive shortstops, and he was a great hitter last season. Looks like he might have found his groove, might have been pushing a little bit too much as part of all those trades.
Yeah.
Trying to impress too much.
I didn't think about that. I should have asked him a little bit at that. When you're in that trade, you feel a little bit more pressure to perform. I know I felt that a little bit when I got traded from the Vipers over to the Legends. You just have that pressure a little bit more. You have to ease into your team, the camaraderie, and then there's more trades going on. So lucky for him, he found himself a home. Logan found a home, and now Kyle Lohman's over there too. And I think they could be a dangerous team going forward. Tomorrow night, Lightning at Snappers. Make sure you tune in, 6 o'clock. I don't know who's commentating. Maybe we'll have that soon enough. We'll know who the commentators are, because I know certain people love having certain guys or girls up here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Lohman and somebody else. I don't know who that is.
Why is Tom knocking?
I don't know.
It's Gannon.
It's Gannon.
Gannon and who? Type it in the chat real quick, Gannon. Do you know who it is? Anyhow.
He
doesn't know. It's going to be Gannon. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, and then it'll be me and J-Lo on Friday night. Big-time matchups. I'm Trench Pacone, hanging out with my man Brad Ogden. This is The Legend saying see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night.